These are
are
the big leagues.
bad. Yes, D&D audio matters.
Yes, it sure does.
Very important.
Okay, well, welcome back, everyone. Another session of the Black Aurora. This is session 69, the fated prophesied one. Long may it rain. Last time on session 68, the lesser one, we had a major battle. The last time we left off this group, you guys had engaged in combat with Leviathan, Matiros, and Dorn from Gardas, the three who have been pursuing you guys for some time, whether or not you knew it through the use of repeated divine interventions every single day. The party actually just learned about it, I think, or Mira did. I don't know if she ended up sharing that or not, from Galasay, that there were some little morning prayer meetings. And then, sure enough, it turned out this was the one that worked. The party was ambushed in the lobby of the Sparage, the resort owned by the twins' mother, and had a pretty intense battle with a lot of flames, some mark monsters, a large golem-like creature, and, of course, Sir Dorn, one of the Unicorn Knights, who proved his value in battle by actually managing to kill Q. A feat that nothing else in this campaign has managed to do yet. And who knows, maybe not ever again, we'll see. But Q did not stay dead for long, as a bystander from the battle, one of the few who did not flee in the early parts of the fight, researcher Imuris, seemed to have clerical abilities, and rushed to Q's side in the middle of combat to apply a revivification spell. Q came back to life, rejoined the fight. The party rallied against the remaining enemies, which they were very steadily picking off one by one. I believe only Avosi and Peria of everyone managed to actually get murked again. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the
Such
twins are
bullshit.
good.
We're good.
I mean, I'm so happy to hear that. That's
You're
exactly
welcome.
what I was
I love
hoping
it.
for.
I don't know if I'm
Wonderful.
resistant or not.
Well, we'll find out one day.
Yeah,
But upon defeating Sir Dorn and Matiros, it turns out they were not quite done yet, as Sir Dorn's body became puppeteered by the armor he was wearing, a cursed object created by Court Magus Italos, in order to carry on his will beyond death, to fulfill his mission to capturing you all. And Matiros, who, in a bid for power, as he had been, whether the party knew it or not, had been left weakened after the party killed the hags that he made a deal with so long ago, he consumed some sort of item early in the fight that, upon his death, began to react and grow into this monstrous behemoth-like form that was controlled also by Court Magus Italos. And that was when Leviathan realized that he was actually alone in this fight, as both of his former comrades were under the control of the vile Court Magus, and that he would soon be next if he did not do something to stop it. So, with some carefully spoken words to Leviathan and the situation at hand, he did turn against the Order and join with you all. And after the fight ended, upon seeing that your side shows mercy to the enemy, reviving Dorn and not immediately jumping Leviathan, he was moved a bit. That perhaps maybe he had been in the wrong this whole time, that perhaps he had been following an order that not only does not care for him, but was willing to throw him aside at the first moment that he was no longer useful. And with Peria's help as a pact breaker, you did release him from his state as a Mercurial in service to Invilis, which does mean that he is now an 11th level nothing. He is no longer a cleric.
Oathbreaker.
He no longer has anything. That is a paladin. That may be a possibility. That is also an evil paladin. So that's very... may have to be a homebrewed version. I don't know.
Custom.
But at the moment, Leviathan Vost is an 11th level person with nothing really to power him. Sir Dorn was revived also by researcher Imuris, and he is in a dazed state, apparently having not realized what he was doing here necessarily. The armor seems to have heavily decayed him. It did not seem to apply murk, but the armor itself did come with a heavy cost to his aura, keeping him fighting. At the end of the battle, the guards finally did arrive, along with Telun Varos, your half-sister to the twins, and they began to administer aid to anyone who was injured or seemingly, on death's door like Dorn. And the proprietors of the Sparaj did come upstairs to find that their lobby has been destroyed. It doesn't quite look it here. Trust me, it's worse than it appears. It's not that bad, though. It's just a lot of burn marks, some broken tables, some cracked tiles, probably some roots left in the ground.
Yeah.
Pretty much that area needs remodeled at this point. But as a whole, you guys managed to save the Sparaj, save Dorn and Leviathan. Materos was lost, but honestly, who cares? He wasn't really a good person at heart.
Yeah, a few of the escorts got killed.
A couple of Sundunes got vaporized in fire. We'll send flowers to their families.
The hydromancer that was hard to find was able to live.
Yes,
Yay.
Eve was saved. So, all in all, the end of it, not too bad, especially considering that at the end, right before we ended, Leviathan did drop a little tidbit for you guys. In his desire to show that he is willing to turn over a new leaf, he revealed that the last remaining apostle, the apostle of hatred, antithesis to Prince Tark, is none other than President Dane Fowl, leader of the Dane Republic you currently find yourself in. Which is tricky considering Felix and his group were on the way to meet with him, or at least meet with your mother, to hopefully parlay some peace, which is unlikely if he is in fact the antithesis apostle to Tark. Of course, it's only unlikely if he knows he's the antithesis to Tark. Regardless, that is where we pick up, as we are very early in the morning, around 6 a.m. maybe, probably closer to 5:30. At this point, it's only been a minute since you all woke up, really. Sun is still low over the horizon as you all wrap up this battle, put away your weapons, and speak with the Sundune escorts, who are now kind of interrogating, not necessarily you guys, but trying to figure out what happened here, because there was a hell of a disturbance. But as we pick up,
Intruders.
Peria, Leviathan standing before you, having just revealed the truth of the last apostle. You see there's this moment of conflict across his face. And it's like, listen, I don't know if I'm doing something insane right now, or if this is the first time I've been lucid in a long time. I just need to know that you have a plan.
Yes, this is probably the first time you've been lucid, and yes, it is a little insane, but it gets easier from there. And second off, we do have a plan.
I don't expect you to give me details, but I'm expecting any moment now I'll probably be in shackles or something of that effect. Probably I'm wanted now by this town. Where are we? This seems like the Sparaj in Ilaran. There should be a dead drop 500 feet from the Sparaj west. Yeah, this is the Sparaj, isn't it?
He's good. He's good.
It's very good. Yeah.
You didn't have all the dead drop locations recognized across the 4 continents?
Well,
What are dead drops?
No, I didn't get that far.
Oh.
I wasn't.
They chose you for that mission? Still doesn't understand. I don't get that.
Look. Okay, look.
Listen,
Okay.
all I know is that when you left, I talked with Vivian. We were both very confused, but...
Hey, you all need to have more faith.
Oh, you don't even...
Oh, no, dude, you don't even... I use that word specifically. And I did fine.
This is ludicrous. This is insanity.
Well, I'm just saying, this would have gone a lot differently if any of you two went and it was me picking up the pieces.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Uh-huh. But anywho.
Anyway, the shrill voice of Alonea cuts through. Well, could someone just tell me what the hell happened to my Smirage?
All right, Mom.
Okay. Ugh. You take it away. You tell her.
Look, me and my sister have been tasked with protecting Paria, with part of
Chester.
our job of the Aurora Guardians.
Okay,
and,
but it's been like 6 hours. What happened in the what?
well, one of the groups of people who were trying to find Paria used divine magic. Kind of looking back at Leviathan.
This is very awkward. I've never had to really
I hope
address.
you have money.
Never really had to address the consequences of my actions like this.
Oh, that's new for you.
Yes.
I get it.
I
going
apologize.
to-
See Leviathan. Ben steps forward. I apologize. I was in pursuit of this group, the behest of my employers. So it was a very like I don't know how to word this.
Yeah.
But
Say cult leader. That would maybe get you off the hook.
Hey,
You're indoctrinated.
fair. But it's like see like he goes to turn back to her and she's right up in his face, grabs him by the chest, like I don't care why you're here. What I care about is this. He points over to the devastated tables smoldering on flames, huge
That's
dark
unreal.
marks on the ground from like where the fireballs exploded. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get imported wood in the middle of a desert? Like he's like, I will pay for all damages. Yes, you will. Right now, and he just like drags him over to the counter. Like,
Oh
"Pat,
my god. Oh,
Mother.
Don't
I
don't
gotta
pull his
follow.
ear. Oh.
See, like Leviathan's like, I'm not used to being this helpless. Just drags him up over to the counter.
Her pull is very
And-
strong. Yes.
Begins to like
go with it.
force him to count out coin. Tav comes over and they begin to kind of calculate the cost of repairs. And she's like listing off all these like tiles and woods and lumbers and plants and all these things that are like exotic and expensive.
You gotta
And-
get down to the penny.
Oh,
Down to
exactly.
the
She is
copper.
100%. Like he's like putting away a couple coppers. She's going, no. We need every little bit. She's gonna take him for everything he's got.
This is going to take a while.
You know,
Very
hearing something about
particular.
watching that was very cathartic to me.
Too cute. Also, are you okay?
What?
Are you
Oh.
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Hey, Q.
I mean, I'm annoyed, but, you know.
Q, Felix
Fine,
approaches
man.
you.
She kind of, like, side glances you.
She's a strong little thing.
Like people like you.
Avosi's gonna kind of like come up next to Perry and is like, "Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but I have darkness creeping up my right arm."
Yeah, here. Let's go talk about that.
Okay,
We'll go talk.
cool.
These
This
two
is
need-
hurts
Oh, God.
immensely.
Yeah, come on. Let's
Okay.
let's go this way, I guess.
Sure.
How has the search been going, Q?
happened there?
How's the search been going? Well, let's see. First, I had to go kill an undead asshole at the bottom of the lake who was dragging children away. You know, just to get to the first one. The second one, I had to go kill 3 hags in the middle of the dead fucking tundra. Just to get the second one. And then the third one might be dead.
Yes, that sums it up.
Wait, there's a
That's-
fourth one, too.
Well, that's true. You did learn about that one.
The deer.
Oh, but you know, thankfully, somebody was actually useful for once, outside of our group, and they got one of them without me somehow. I don't know.
Welcome.
Right. I'm sorry it's been so hard, Q. I'm glad I could at least be here to stop Leviathan from causing so much damage and possibly permanently killing you.
Yeah, that was a fun experience.
Yeah, and now he's well, that's an interesting sight. Just the you're gonna pay
Yeah.
this! And
In the background, he's like going through his pockets trying to pull out more money, and she just like grabs him by like the scruff of his neck, pulls him in. It's like, if you don't cough up 15 more platinum in the next 5 minutes, it's like, and just that in the background.
On that note,
That is a scary woman.
if
no, Felix, I'm from 900 years ago.
yes.
And this battle was a particular eye-opener for me, in that having just Aura flight kind of sucks in moments like this. I don't suppose you know if, like, some sort of magical items been invented to let you use Aurora arts you don't know?
No, I have not had the time to look into that. I mean, we could always. It's a good. Tierbrin.
Yes.
Other
I know.
We really need to
Right.
put little pictures of the other characters on the bottom.
What is the situation like at the academy? I know with the war they've all been busy. Do they need enough money yet that they would still even offer people to give tattoos?
I don't think the headmaster would even have the time if we had the money.
Right.
Tattoos.
Yeah.
cool.
I'm sorry, tattoos what?
Q, you're aware of you probably would be aware of inscribed oral arts. It's a practice
Yeah.
Bartoon started
Oh, okay.
long before you. Yeah, that's not like a new thing to Q.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Medea
it's yeah.
They have them.
The shortcut.
Wait. So, you guys knew somebody who could inscribe?
Yes, we did, but they're over in Kaitark, and with the war, it might be impossible. I don't suppose, I'm gonna turn to, Mira's half-sister. I don't suppose you know of anyone in town or within the Dane that can inscribe Aurora arts, do you?
Well, I mean, I have looked into it. Aurora arts are valuable, and we do at the escorts we do actually have contact with someone who is skilled in them, but not for public use. No, not that I am aware of.
Right.
But you could inquire with, I believe. Let me take a look at the map. Just write the name right.
Monastery.
My God, where the hell's the world map over here? There it is. She will inform you that the Sundune Escort work with a member of the Okaro Athenium in the capital city of the Dane. Yes. It's a repository of knowledge, but there's also a scribe there, an inscriptor. And she says that one is personal. You have to have, a reason through the state to go to them, or sometimes the obscenely wealthy find workarounds, but that's not really something I like to discuss.
So...
And then, if you're looking for research on inscribing, you could inquire with the El Morel Temple.
Right. So, My mother is Aurora. Having an inn within the government.
You are a tier guard.
Yes, I am.
Oh, well then you are above me.
He's
Yes, you
Mr.
are
Important.
probably able to go to the Athenium then.
Okay. I could probably get us and Finn if you wanted one as well.
I do like tattoos.
Although
Sounds cool.
we might have to deal with taking him back first.
Mm.
But
I don't think he's going anywhere with that woman.
Anyway,
See, at this point,
um,
Elonea
Skipping
is
pockets.
grabbing at his equipment and is like, "How much is this sword worth? Do you think this sword is worth 3 tables?" It's like, I'm pretty sure that sword is worth this building. Oh, do you now? It's like, I'm just letting you know value. I really like that sword back. Man, please, just.
I almost feel bad for him.
Oh, I don't.
Finn's chuckling.
Well,
Mm.
if there's anything else I can do to help you, let me know.
Yeah. Probably the word for us with your mom.
That's weird.
Sure. I'll send a message right now. And I think it's 50 words. I have not used this in forever.
I'm pretty sure it's a really high
On the
number.
wind.
It's probably
Yeah,
50,
it's
so
a first
double
level
sending.
spell. Like,
When speak 50 words, yep. But again, it's not instantaneous. It goes along the wind, so it can take a number of time. It's 1 mile per minute. But you're not that far from the capital, so
yeah.
you figure within the hour you could hear back, most likely. Maybe. Probably more.
Yeah. Actually, Felix is gonna wait until this is resolved.
Sure. Sure.
Chris wants to do it off session
Sure.
to
Totally
figure out what
fine,
he's gonna
totally
say.
fine. Yeah, we'll definitely be parting from B team at some point in the
Yeah,
session, so
yeah.
we'll
I don't want to do something that would directly affect, and we'll keep that
Totally understand.
separate.
Okay.
I'll send a message to her and see what I can do.
Going somewhere special to get fancy tattoos.
So out of
Mm,
curiosity,
buddy.
Felix.
Yes.
You're from here, sort of, right? Dane?
Yes. I was mostly raised in the Holy Land, but some of my childhood was within the capital. I am familiar.
Alright. Do you know anything about picture of the Astral Chimera where this lived?
Felix, if you'd like,
Ugh.
you can give me a history check.
Let me pull up. I didn't have his character sheet open.
Sure.
Good job.
Roll for initiative.
You said a history check?
Yeah, history check.
How's history? Okay, he's decent.
He's learned. He's a smart
He
boy.
learned
He's
That's funny.
I mean, he's proficient. And,
That's good. That's
Oh.
better than most people here.
Yeah,
I think.
Yep, that's for sure.
That's
14?
as him.
Poor Damien.
Okay. 14 history. No, you have never heard of this creature.
Hey, could I take a peek?
It appears to be a chimera, like a two-head. It's two-headed, which is weird. Chimeras usually have 3, and they usually have different creatures. This is just like a two-headed lion. Kind of weird. No, Mira has never heard of this thing.
Felix.
Not Mira, Felix. Stupid.
Yeah.
box
Yeah,
down
I
there.
know. Yeah.
Could I
no,
take a peek? See it?
unfortunately.
You
not.
could absolutely, Finn. You could give me a
Yeah.
history check.
Just gonna go over here and see.
Yeah, Finn, are you familiar with this? You're a bit more worldly.
Mm,
You're a
man.
bit more worldly.
That was just a
Natural
nat
20.
20.
Out of 7.
Heard about it.
Finn. So, from a backstory perspective on Finn,
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall. Have you ever even been to the Dane? Do you travel much? I don't remember.
He was from Dane.
From Dane. Okay, great.
He was in Valertana.
Valertana, that's right. Oh, yes, you are. Okay. So, Finn, With a natural 20 history check,
I've heard stories on the street.
you've probably heard a lot of stories on the street from people traveling from Northlands to the lowland, the highlands to the lowlands of Dane, and a lot of them travel through the desert. They travel through the dunes, and typically, people would have escorts. But you've probably heard a number of tales from people who are either too stupid, too poor, or think themselves to be strong enough that they can just do it by themselves, who travel through the desert and find themselves in trouble. Either they're running low on water, running into wild animals, horrible weather, lots of reasons to die in a desert.
Mm.
From a few of them, you've heard stories of mirages they've seen. And you've heard of all. You've heard the mysterious oasis in the desert, you've heard the beautiful women feeding you water, but it's just camel licking your face. You've heard all the different mirage stories. One that is common between a few people that maybe at the time you thought they were just drunk off their ass or something, is people being led through the desert by a two-headed lion, wreathed in silver and blue flames. It's come up multiple times throughout multiple stories, to the point where it was almost like an urban legend. The thing you're looking at is like looking at a picture of Bigfoot to Finn.
Hello,
It's like,
Vi.
oh, hey, all those drunk people were right? Holy shit! But that's all Finn knows is that this thing apparently would help people through the desert when they were lost, tired, and hungry.
Well, sounds like we have to get lost and hungry in a desert.
Well, here's the
So,
thing, Finn.
mm,
I know that some people here may have found this thing, and I don't know if they may or may not have killed it yet. What I want to know is, because I remember back meeting another celestial creature who said there was more of them, which means I can assume they can breed. Have you heard if maybe there was, like, I don't know, more than one, maybe a smaller one?
mm.
As far as you're aware, Finn, it's
I've heard
could
of
have
baby,
been 6 of them, could have been 1 of
Yeah.
them. You just
Yeah.
knew that people kept saying about, like, it was over
Right.
years, so maybe they're different ones, but Finn has no idea.
Okay. None that I've recalled being a smaller one. Just
Alright.
kind of like an urban legend.
Thanks anyways.
Reverse
I
the
guess I'll just
legend.
have to go to the
and
camp
then-
and see if it's actually dead.
Wandering a desert, yay!
The camp is right outside of town.
I'll provide the tunes, I guess.
Oh, well, I'm not going there now. I need to rest. Oh, Felix, fun fact, there's a Mardestian camp right outside of town that houses the guy hunting Morgana.
I need to get out of here.
But
If he knows I am here, there's gonna be a fight.
oh, your girlfriend, right?
My fiance, yes.
Yeah. Non-committal, whatever.
Yes. If he were to, don't make sure nobody in your party mentions I was here to him. He would, probably attack you just for having that knowledge.
See, like, Tilian goes
Harm
up,
him.
oh, you don't have to worry. They already kicked his ass earlier yesterday.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Really, I've heard, well, a little bit, not much, honestly. I know about him from Izane and my fiance, but never actually met for good reasons. Get the man.
He is not very good. He is a bad person. You are not missing much.
Good. Well, once that wraps up over there, I think the first thing we'll be doing is going back to the Holy Land. I can make a magic circle and teleport us there. Things have changed with the information that Leviathan is going to be able to provide.
And what are we going to do with him?
Yeah, you guys look over and you see Dorn is now like seated at the table. Most of the armor is now off. He's not naked. He's got like a tunic and like a chainmail shirt underneath. But a lot of like the plate armor is on the table, and it still has like this like dark black ooze kind of like seeping out of it. And you see the large multicolored Aarakocra is applying their white aura to the decay on his body, and he's just sort of looking there like dazed. Now out of the armor, you can see he's got a very large dark black beard and a lot of different braids. Hair is like shaved pretty short, a little bit like of designs like etched into the sides of his head. A couple of piercings on the eyebrows. Very hard look, but also soft as like a noble would. So he's like a dwarf who maybe was born noble and then got into a lot of fights and has a number of scars. But he moisturizes too. And as he's sitting there letting this white aura wash over him, he just looks confused. And you see the sun dunes are kind of standing off to the side with like weapons at their sides ready. Not sure if this is an enemy combatant still or what, but they're kind of off to the side.
That's on you, Q. I have no idea who he even is.
I'll say while that conversation's happening, can I lead a Vosi down towards
Yes.
Dorn? Cool.
Sure. You guys can head on over in that direction. Avosi's kind of like looking at his own hand as like this black mark is just kind of like slowly. He's like, so this is the mark. That is kind of terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that at all.
Nope, it's not a good thing.
Really don't like that.
It's worse over time.
But I mean, hey, I'm not in agonizing pain or anything, and I've heard that's one of the symptoms of not being resilient. So cool, genetic lottery.
Yeah,
That's nice.
the fact that it's not spreading rapidly and
Yeah.
turning into a merc monster is great news.
Slow death. It is. That sounds great. I love it.
Yeah, we can figure it out. We'll figure everything out. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Also, so kind of saddle on up on this table.
Sure.
Us too.
It's Imirus, right?
Yes. Researcher Imirus.
So I guess I'll are you Imirus researcher Imirus?
Looks up from applying the white aura. Yes, you're the one that spoke to me in the middle of combat. You knew my name somehow.
My sister and I went to the Chroniclers Guild. We were doing some research, and your name came up as someone to talk to.
Oh, it's good to know that my studies have not been in vain. I apologize. I'm a bit focused right now. This individual is on death's door from whatever this armor was doing to him. I will try my best to answer any historical questions you might have, but maybe it should wait until after we're done with this.
Of course. I just also wanted to thank you for bringing my sister back.
That was your
Small
sister.
one.
Oh,
Tiny one.
it's you don't need to thank me at all. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. And then I'll look to Dorn, be like, "How you doing?"
You see he's like looking like Emiris has his arm held in one hand, the other hand is passing the aura over, and he kind of like looks over from his arm over his shoulder to you. And as he looks at you, his brow furrows a little bit, and he's like, I don't want to talk to you.
Okay. I just wanted to apologize real quick for the first time we met. It really was an act of desperation.
I don't care.
So sorry. Okay. Just wanted to let you know. Okay, we'll talk later. Okay, bye.
If I was just like, smooth.
I know. It's easier to lie to people. It's not great to apologize.
No,
to
I get
people.
it. I get it. It sucks. It's awkward.
I know. It's like,
He's also really scary, even when he's hurt. I wouldn't want to. Yeah.
I know. But also, what's going on with that armor? Can you identify it?
Yeah, I can. I guess I can.
Yeah.
He'll walk up to the armor, and he'll kind of like just poke it, and he'll spend, I think it's like a minute or something.
Oh no, he's cursed.
Yeah, to find-
Oh no.
How long is identify? It's a minute.
a-
It's a minute.
Is
You
it a
can
minute
ritual
casting?
it for 10 minutes
10.
or normal
11, I
one
guess, yeah.
casting. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say this has been going on while everyone's been talking, so we're kind of still keeping with pace. He'll identify. The armor is imbued with basically it's just normal +2 plate mail, but once you die, the magic inside activates, and every round it will drain 10 aura from you to keep you alive and fighting.
Oh my gosh.
I like that.
And
That's
so
cool.
it basically uses your aura to keep you going
Nice.
against your will.
Nice.
It
Damn.
also was created with orders built into it, which was the capture or murder of Peria Knight, Q Knight, Mira, and Medea Varos.
Oh, we're special.
Yay.
So,
Yeah.
Avosi's like, I've never even heard. It's not even like a named item. This is just like really nasty shit.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of someone making something like this.
Yeah. Let me tell you about another Aarakocra we met.
Oh, good. You have more friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys can talk. Meanwhile, Leviathan's about done being reamed by, your mom. She has a pile of money on the table, and she managed to pry a couple of like diamonds, like beautiful, perfect diamonds, out
No.
of Leviathan's armor and the hilt of his weapon, and has them on the counter. And
Nice.
she's like, "Well, I believe this will cover all of the damages and my emotional trauma as well. You may go, and may the guards have mercy on you, whoever the hell you are. Get out of my spa!" She's like, okay, yeah. Again, I apologize. Jeez, this feels weird. He just sort of steps away.
It's so weird letting an enemy go and not killing them.
It is very different, but at least your spa will be taken care of, Mother.
2 of the Sun Dunes do approach Leviathan, and they're not immediately shackling him, but they do stand at his sides, and they look over to Talon and go, "Commander, what do we do with this one?" "Well, that is yet to be seen. I believe he is returning to the Holy Land with some of our friends here. I believe they are going to carry out justice.
Yes.
It seems like he's paid for all the damages here. Is that correct, Mother?" "That and then some. But he's never allowed to set foot in here again." Yeah, you heard it. Lifetime ban. It is unfortunate. This is a beautiful spot.
Always the business.
Very
woman.
true, Vlad.
Would
Very
you
true.
would you like us to disarm and restrain this man for transport, or
That's fine.
I mean, I don't think he needs to be, unless he wants to be.
I don't think he'll be causing any more trouble.
you know this man better than I, and he seems to be cooperating. I would rather not get more hostile than necessary. Anyways, I'm going to go and console my raging mother.
Oh, sure, Mother. Okay.
Probably a good idea.
Leviathan, if you would.
He just, Finn just,
Yeah.
like, eyes to Lynn. He's like, yeah, that's a nice view.
Leviathan steps forward.
Hmm.
I suppose
But,
you're taking me to Lord Dior and all that.
Drawing that
Yes,
circle, Felix.
Peria, keep an ear out for, we'll send any information that we find through Tolo to talk with you. You still have his, the stone for him, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still have it.
We'll make sure he gets report of everything, and we'll get any valuable information to you. Hugh has asked that I send a request to my mother to possibly get you in on some more Aurora arts inscriptions.
Oh.
Um,
Sure.
it's possible that with the information of Dane President being the leader, it might be dangerous to
That sounds like a
request that
problem.
permission.
There's a question I've got, Leviathan. If you guys know who the other apostle is, why aren't you just sending them to fight each other? Isn't that your goal?
No,
I
we don't control the apostles. I
Mm.
don't have the authority to go and command. In fact, the apostles are above us. When I came to Peria, it was with an offer to come back to us to train to become a better apostle. You all treated it like I was abducting her,
So wait,
and then somehow stole her back.
so Dane's not with the order, or the
No.
president's not with the order.
No, of course not.
Huh.
Our
Huh.
job is not creation of apostles. We're here to support them. That's why we created all the. Looks over to Felix. The thrones under Kaitark to fuel Tark. And it's why, in this kingdom, we have the cult of animosity.
Okay, come on, out with it.
Oh, sorry, I never know how much you guys know anymore.
Well, that's fair.
There's a cult in this land known as animosity that is going around spreading hatred and fear and propaganda.
Animosity.
The
huh.
more people that
Really.
feel fear and hatred in this land, the more powerful Dane will become. It's
Wonderful.
effective, especially considering war times.
I suppose that would do it.
Sounds like a place I don't want
Those
to
these
be.
creepy monks.
Mm-hmm. They were
Huh?
trying to, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
100%.
those were terrifying.
Felix doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want?
There's a
or-
lot more I should talk about,
Well,
but I'm
there-
expecting this will be a full debrief.
is there anything immediate before we take Leviathan back that you need, Peria?
No, I just focus on what we talked about, what we found in Gardas, the teleportation circle, the stones, the
Right, yeah, we found one of
locations.
those as well.
See, this is what I mean. I have no idea what you guys actually know or not.
Oh,
You're all
Your-
up and up on more than I thought.
Your warehouses.
You found a codex. Well.
Sounds like we found two.
Sounds like you guys were
Yes, apparently.
more busy than I knew.
Wow.
Also, yeah, Felix, just
Mm.
the whole debrief, I guess.
Right.
Thanks for being here.
Of course. While I'm back, do you have anything?
Mm.
Any words for your father?
I mean, I
Oh, that
just
iron guy,
saw
he's
him.
lovely.
Oh God,
I'll
I'm
like
gonna have to
lean
see
around and be looking at Finn and be like, "Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you people?"
He healed my
has no
decay.
idea. Yes, as well.
Reluctantly, mind you, but he did, and he's damn good at it too.
Mm.
Well,
Tracks.
he's getting there.
Yeah.
For someone who's only known how to do it for what I imagine is a few weeks to a month, he's almost as good as people who've been practicing it for years. Is
See,
that
Leviathan-
accurate?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
And you see Leviathan goes, wait, what are we?
He's kind of a prodigy.
What
about
is
it. Yeah,
Ein capable of doing for you?
he knows him too.
Don't worry about it, Leviathan.
Mm. He'll probably figure it out sooner or later.
Do an inside check.
Yeah, by all means.
May I guide myself because I know that I'm decayed.
Sure.
All
You're
right.
tired.
I'm tired. All right. Insights. Damn. Fudge.
No. I mean, that was
Mm.
normal,
I guess
right?
Felix could insight as well.
Sure.
Stupid disadvantage.
Ben doesn't care.
Nope.
Nor does
So
you.
whatever.
I mean,
whatever.
truthfully, it just feels like Leviathan is confused that he doesn't know what you're talking about, and that Ein is apparently serving some purpose for you. He
Mm.
has no idea what you're referring to, and he's just as confused.
Yeah.
As you
I
probably are
guess-
right now.
The one thing Leviathan is how close of tabs is, 'cause you know who, keeping tabs on us.
Well, after 3 or 4 weeks of you all somehow being 24/7 under a non-detection spell in Gardas, I don't know how that happened still.
Mm.
We gave up the daily monitoring a while ago, figuring that you had found an artifact like your father's. In fact, one of the things I was trying to confirm is whether or not you had found his gun and was using it to block our sensors.
Um,
But I can't say if they've begun monitoring again. In fact, they probably will after this, because now I have also rejected my vows and turned my back on the only faith I've ever known and everything I've ever done. And they'll probably pick up on that pretty soon, especially since Italos knew, clearly. He'll probably tell them. I don't know if Italos memorized all of the dead drop locations like I did, so he may not recognize the Sparage. But I wouldn't wait around too long to find out.
I'm gonna spend a second little spell slot and cast the invisibility. Do I
Sure.
see any sensors?
Give me a perception check.
Mother butcher, I'm giving myself advantage because I suck. So it's normal. Perception. Oop. Not the guidance.
Just
Oh.
11?
Yeah. it's
Could have
not
guided.
You don't seem to notice anything?
What does he mean by
11,
dead
that
drop?
seems fine.
I'm not quite understanding what that
Well,
is.
That's it for me.
Hmm.
If there's nothing else,
All right, let's go take Leviathan as a
I
jail
will-
buddy.
So Felix is gonna walk
To,
over and start cast. He needs 10 minutes to make the magic
Yeah.
circle.
Leviathan's gonna look over to Perry and be like, before I go, I just wanted to ask, how did you do this? All of this? How did you turn away from the Order so easily, and then when you had the gift of apostlehood, you removed that, and now you've somehow managed to... I don't know if this is a trick. I don't know if I'm under a spell right now. I don't know if this is something I'm going to wake up from and be furious about in an hour, but I don't know how you're doing this, because I have steadfast faith in Invilis. It's never once wavered. And you and I are not that far apart in age. We both grew up in the same environment, the same teachings. How did we get so different?
Just went through different experiences. When I went on this mission, I found friends, actual friends that turn into family, not just the ones that use you. And when I was the apostle, I spoke with Invilis. And I was on board for a while. But
What
then I found
changed?
out what happens when there's only one left. I was gonna have to kill my family. And everyone else. I mean, I thought the Order was about helping the people of Elk, guiding them to the right path, but it's not the case. It's been twisted. Something's wrong with him.
You're probably right. Something is wrong with it. I haven't given up on my faith entirely, and I don't think I ever will, but
It changes.
after what I just saw, I mean, Materos wasn't a good person, I know that. He was sick, but
Yeah.
That's
but
an
he...
understatement.
Yuck.
but he's nothing compared to his brother. I kept thinking that it was justified, whatever he did on behalf of the Aurorical, on behalf of Castellus. Because it was Castellus. He's a legend. He came back for us. He came back to lead us to a new age, and
Came back because of the actions of my father and my father's friends.
yes, he's mentioned his ire towards the Holy Land many times.
Even though the Holy Land was the one who brought him back.
That's true.
Yeah, that guy's got a few screws loose. That's for damn sure.
He's not who we thought he was.
I don't really know if anyone's who I thought they were anymore, even myself. I have to figure that out.
Well, that's the scary fun part.
I look forward to the fun part.
It's gonna take time.
Probably. Before I'm whisked away to be interrogated and possibly thrown in a cell for the rest of my life, 2 pieces of information for you. 1, I would recommend you kill Dorn before you leave this room. He's too dangerous to be left alive if you're not going to bring him with me to Renati. I don't know what Italos has done with him. Like, he's like looking over at Dorn, just like sitting on the table, just like staring at his arm. He spent the last several weeks with Italos every day. That armor is just one part of it, I'm sure, but I don't trust that he's not got something else wrong.
Mm.
And 2, I think Castellus is narrowing down the location of Vivian. I don't know where she is, but he's been pouring a lot of his efforts the last few weeks since you escaped into looking for her. I think he was genuinely expecting you would hand her over. And after you didn't, he started looking harder than ever. I don't know what access to any kind of power he has, but what I did today, summoning us across the distance to you, is nothing compared to what he's capable of. Whatever connection he does have to Invilis, it's powerful. And he's going to find her.
Thanks for telling me. I had a feeling that it was temporary, but maybe just a little bit longer will be okay.
I don't know where you've got her hidden, but it's got to be somewhere good.
That's pretty good. But we can't. Dorn can't go with you. It would stir up even more political bullshit.
Yeah, we're not at
You're
war
already-
with them yet. The Holy
I'm
Land,
gonna-
that is. Felix kind of chimes in.
You do whatever you think would be best, but I'm going to let you know you're already stirred up in the political bullshit.
Mm,
I know.
great.
Believe me.
Whatever you do with him, just be careful. And don't think that he's harmless unarmed.
Yeah, no.
Looks like he could choke out somebody. Yeah.
I hope whatever we're doing here is the right path, because I feel like I'm free falling into insanity right now.
That's life, buddy.
I'm glad
Wasn't
that-
for a while.
I'm glad that you came to your senses.
If that's what this is, then me too. If not, I'm going to kill you. I just
No, that's
whatever
fair.
whatever spell this is, if it is,
Mm.
I will hunt you down with all the fervor I have in me, and I will zealously burn you alive. But if this is not a spell, If this
Okay.
is real, well then, shit.
Yeah, no, the spell ended a while ago.
I'm
was
holding
all
on hope
you.
that you're lying. Because it would
I
make
also
things
kinda
make more
stopped.
sense.
Kind of stopped doing that too.
What, making sense? This is all gibberish to me. I just want to get a cool tattoo. Like,
It's gonna be
Who
a lot.
are you?
he's just like,
Who even are you?
start plucking a little bit.
Peria.
Yeah.
Before I go, I recently ran into, a bit of money. Are you gonna need some to get tattoos, if that does work? If I can get you an in.
Where was this money that you're talking about?
Well, Finn,
I just
Clementine apparently was quite, they had a lot of money on them.
that's strange.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it when I grabbed their things and the mess.
No one has any idea why Clementine
Nope.
was so.
Clementine was just
No, we
fucking
don't.
loaded for some
Clementine was
Clementine's
reason.
like,
just-
that's so strange.
It's canon.
Someone just
They
lives
were
in the
just
sewers.
so rich.
Man, she just found a bunch
how
of gold.
much-
People dropping shit in the
Saved,
streets. You know,
saved
falls
on
down into
rent
the sewer.
costs by living in the sewers.
How much were the tattoos that you got?
That's a good question. How much were the
They
tattoos
were a
we
couple
got, Mike?
thousand, I believe.
Several thousand. Let me pull
3?
up the Aurora Arts sheet.
Yeah.
Lim was 1,500
Aesthetics.
gold.
Play more instruments there.
Light is 1,500. Burst is 3,000. You know, Arsenal is I think 3,000.
And we don't even know the tier 2s.
Yeah, you guys have only ever had access to the first
What?
tier of Aurora Arts. Well,
Maybe know
Do
some
you
of
know
them.
the
do.
tier 2s?
Harry, I do.
I did.
There's
Hmm.
some of them.
Yeah. I kept it on the DL. What was the
that was
one
fun, to be honest.
where you could do meta magic without knowing it?
Augment. Aurora Augment.
Augment.
How much
That
was that
is
I
one?
gotta go in my
1,500 gold. Also, just keep in mind, you have to remember, these
Decay.
weren't just money costs.
It
They
was
also
material.
usually included a material cost of kite, true kite, or aura kite, depending on the tier.
I think if you didn't have it, you could pay straight money.
If they had it.
If they had
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Basically, it requires a material that not everyone just has sitting around.
Yeah.
So you could either provide that much worth of the material and then also pay for their labor, or if they already have the material and they're willing to just do it with their own materials, you can just pay straight up. It's going to be on a case by case. It's not like a
Yeah.
video game shop. It's going to be a case by case basis to the
Mhm.
person.
How much poundage of true kite for? I don't remember where you.
It's
put
not
it.
really poundage. It's by value of true kite, so depending on the quality as well. How much do you have?
I have 5 pounds of true chitin ore and 8 pounds of true chitin dust.
That's not going to be 1,500. It's probably not going to be.
Because there's 25 gold per pound.
Yeah, so 8 times 25. What you got there?
Yeah.
Not
A
couple
much.
hundred. 400 maybe.
13 times 25. 300.
I think some was used
There you
for
go.
revives.
Oh yeah.
Because it is a
That's what-
valuable material.
Yeah.
But-
There's also an Aura art called Aurora Wave that I haven't.
There-
written down.
Is an Aurora Wave art. You're not really aware of what it
how it
does
means,
or how it
Does
works.
Peria know?
Sounds like water.
Peria would know, yeah. Aurora Wave is an art that allows you to project your aura outwards in like either a cone or a radius. It allows you to project your aura effects, so
Ooh.
you can give someone else or a shield or a healing or aura attack.
Oh, that'd
basically.
be amazing for
Whoa.
Pink Aura.
You can project your own aura onto other people, basically.
Damn,
Damn.
That's
Cool.
cool.
probably expensive.
Here,
It's 3,000, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Here,
mid-tier.
Peria. I'm gonna Because Felix has 3 people to get stuff for. You guys have, what, 5 in your party?
Why are you giving away money?
Because Perry's a good friend, and maybe...
Wait, isn't she the one that... Oh, she's the one that kind of saved your
And
life.
also,
Really?
I owe Q, a debt I can never repay.
But it's a
Oh,
good
the
start.
little one.
Here, Perry, take half.
Okay.
How much is it?
25,000 gold.
Oh,
We're rich again, guys!
What, I'll never understand you, Felix.
No,
Well,
but
thank you, Felix.
of course, I owe it to Q to help you guys any way that I can. And if this will help you guys take care of these crazy things that you're apparently running into to get these auras back, then I'm glad I can be helpful.
Oh, helpful.
I suppose I hate you a little less now.
Right.
I hate him more now.
I know you do. Alright. Well,
Alright. Sure.
I'll keep working on this.
Yeah. So
Whenever it's done.
probably getting towards wrapping up the circle at this point. At one point, the escorts do kind of approach the group, and they announce, we have deemed that the man is in some sort of state. He seems to be confused. But from what we've gathered from everyone here, is he was one of the aggressors here. Shall we take him into custody or leave him in your care?
You think,
Um,
Perry?
I think you should stay in our care. I need to message someone.
Very well.
That's an interesting choice, but okay.
Yeah.
Messaging
maybe-
people.
Can we have like just a few minutes before we make any final decisions, if that's okay? As far
Right,
as
I'll
custody,
just-
not custody. No, Felix, you keep going.
Yeah, no,
Felix,
yeah, I'm
you
gonna...
can be like you can be
prepare
like
it.
1 mark away from completing
Yeah.
the circle. And be like, let me know.
I
So
will
they'll probably
send.
they'll go to here.
I shall send a message to Salt.
Salt. Okay.
Yes. I'm gonna mark it off. Boop. God, I'm gonna need a long rest. Even though it's 5 in the morning.
We all do.
Okay.
I'm perfectly fine.
To Salt. I will start it off the same way. Hello. Interesting question. Have Dorn Unicorn Knight probably insane or thrall of what's it?
Talos.
Talos. I'm confused.
You don't ever have to say his name again. He's dead now. Tyros is dead now.
Talos can resistance hold him, or should we kill him, or locked up?
There's about as long a pause as you can have on a sending spell. For wait, what?
Where are you at now? This poor person. Oh my god.
Very confused, but impressed. You have a Unicorn Knight. I will message Frost. He will need to weigh in personally. I'm sure he will message directly. So that's how that ends. Around this time, Emirus finishes the removal of decay to an extent. There's still a good bit on Doran, but you see Emirus goes, That's unfortunately the most I can do in a day myself. How are you feeling? And he just kind of like grunts. She's like, you see Amira's just like, concerning.
Dude, I thought I was the one that died. I mean, you did too, kind of.
Oh, actually, he did die. How are you feeling, young one?
I mean, I was already kind of dead, so it's eh.
She's kind of dead inside.
I see. That's concerning.
Mm.
But as long as you're feeling all right now, I'm very glad.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yes.
So, who are you and what the hell are you doing here?
My name is Imuris. I am a researcher of archaeology and geology, and I have been living in this town for some time, and this is the best spot in town to exist in because everything else is scorchingly hot.
Really, you're a researcher.
Yes.
Wow, you're pretty strong for just a regular researcher.
Well, I also do dabble in the clerical arts, certainly. I'm not going to deny I have capabilities there.
So, that's it. You do nothing else.
I'm assuming you're trying to get at something, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but
Keep picking it up.
Quite frankly, I've learned to be suspicious about everybody who's got even in remote amount of ability outside of our group.
that's a horrible worldview.
I'm a horrible person.
That's actually he, like, turns to you. That's actually a very self-aware thing to say. I'm very impressed. Not that it's a
Yeah,
good thing to be a horrible person, but at least you're aware of it.
I'm trying to be better because of my sister.
Well, that's all you can ever ask for. I think you're a better person than you give yourself credit for if you're trying.
Oh, please. You make me sick.
Oh my god.
So, what, is he like a zombie now?
I don't really know. It's a bit. I've never really seen whatever this is. I've tried removing curses, and there's nothing to be removed. I'm thinking that whatever this is isn't necessarily magical in nature, but more so conditioning of some kind. I believe he may have been manipulated into this state.
Oh.
Like he's waiting for orders.
Uh,
Yeah.
she will, like, pull out her sword and just, like, poke him with the
As you pull out your sword, one of the wings buffets it away. What are you? Please.
I was just
leave-
gonna poke him with the dull end.
No. Dull. You were going to hold it by the tip of the blade?
No, in the sheath, ding dong.
You said pull out your sword.
Sorry.
You didn't say cheat. You
Sorry.
said I pull out my sword and poke him. Like,
kind of did.
how am I gonna assume there's a sheath attached? I thought you were stabbing Dorn.
That'd be
Sorry.
pretty cool.
No, she was gonna shoot in
Yeah,
the sheath.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, still, he'll like, okay, let's not agitate. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this man. I understand he is some way an antagonist to you. He attacked you, but I do not believe that was his doing. You see, Miras pulls out a couple of books and some paper and begins to kind of like scribble some things. I have to make observations now. This is fascinating.
Almost battle.
I'm sure we heard the "What are you doing?"
Well, the whole place definitely turned to see the wing buffet away the poking sheathed sword.
While it's happening, I'd like to pull out the monocle of
Cut and
knowing
power gauge?
people's that one, and train it on our researcher friend.
Okay. You train it on Imuris, and this has happened a couple of times with some of the people you've looked at, where the reading is unusual. At first, you see about like an 11, like roughly around your guys's, but there is an underlying, almost like two numbers overlapped, where you see a 20.
Mm-hmm.
There's a second one. Yes.
I'm gonna slide it over to Dorn as well.
Dorn is a 15.
Oh, Jesus.
Dang. All right.
Okay. I'll just put this back
What
in my
is that
pocket.
thing that you're using?
What was that, Finn?
No, nothing.
Why are you so close?
Oh, I mean, it's okay. Sorry,
So-
ma'am. I just like back away. I'm like, okay, I just seen what you were.
Sorry. Just habits. You're new, and I don't. No offense, I don't.
You don't
you.
trust me.
Yeah, no,
I
not
get
a
that
lot.
a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not. If Felix trusts you, I should trust you. It's
No, he is
Sorry.
kind of the oddball. You're right, Paria.
Hey,
What? It's
well, not
true.
nice.
You know,
Oh,
being the
I am not an
oddball in a group,
oddball.
being the oddball in a group of oddballs just means you're the most normal person in the room.
yes,
Mm,
that's 100% what it is.
hmm.
Tierbrand, real quick before you go, how's Adelaide?
Oh, she's fine.
That's a beautiful name.
I have her set. I don't like the way you said.
Oh, genuinely, that is a beautiful name.
She was sent home to her father.
Okay, it's a
Gardas?
she. All right, okay, I can work with
Yes.
that.
Oh,
Gardas.
that's interesting. That's
Why?
good to know. Oh, well, we were in Gardas, and there was an option to go visit the ancestral home of the Silver Falls. We opted not to for reasons.
Well, good choice.
Oh, Birdfall.
Yeah, but maybe it'd be worth saying hello. She might be able to help in a non-violent, confrontational, keep her out of harm's way help. Don't worry, you wouldn't.
So appreciate that.
Yeah, wouldn't just. She survived a war zone and then. Woo. But anyways, not selling this well.
No, not really.
No, I know.
Okay, I'm absorbing everything. It's all right.
What?
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 Finn,
It's just best. It's just best to ignore these there. That's what I do.
So mean to Finn. Everyone's so mean to Finn.
Okay.
Everyone's just immediately hating Finn.
It's because I like Ein.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, you're
You
unfortunately
definitely rubbed Tyrion the wrong way with that.
I mean,
guilty by association.
hey, I'll just rub him again when it's in his belly and it'll be all good again. You know?
Finn, you're gonna stop right now.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm glad you don't hate Ein. That's great. He needs more people like that in the world.
I'd like to.
Oh,
have
he
a father,
thoroughly
but,
enjoyed that there was somebody that did not hate his guts. It was a new experience for him.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's really trying.
sounds
you
kinda
know,
lonely,
Turn over
honestly.
a new leaf. New
It
life.
seems like it.
Leviathan, like, I'm sorry, are we talking about the same man?
Yes, we're
Fine.
talking about Peria's father.
That's
He's
absurd.
very
that man
young
is
for his
scum.
age.
I
Yes,
know.
he is.
I think so as well.
Huh.
Man,
He had nice things to say about you, Leviathan. And I wasn't being sarcastic when I said that.
He probably took it like you were.
That's why I said it. I wasn't being sarcastic. Because I get
That's
that.
surprising. Well, I didn't really know him personally, but just from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all I
Felix,
have to say.
Whenever you're ready, Felix, your circle is prepared.
Right. If there's nothing else, Tibrin, Finn, Leviathan, are we taking
very good.
him? And I kind of gesture to the Unicorn Knight.
No, we will take it. Waiting for correspondence, but you go ahead. We can get to Renati if we need to.
All right, Finn, you're coming with us.
there's pretty ladies here. Fine.
There are actually a lot here.
I'm going with the sausages.
You really need to stop being such a playboy.
You know I'm not gonna.
To be honest,
I know.
I'm not all that surprised.
Okay.
Thank
Julius
you.
was kind of the same.
Nah.
So,
I never. Right. Well.
So as you guys gather in the circle, say your farewells, and are whisked away to another session.
All right,
We'll get to
great.
another time.
Now I'm just one character.
Yep.
Woo! All right, I can go back to my Dia voice
Yes,
now.
I can go back to Mira.
All right. Cool, cool.
All right, well, I'm
so-
glad you were able to get the cost to repair this barrage, Mother.
You see, she goes, what? Oh, this? This was barely. She takes like one little sack of coins. Like, we have pretty much the rest in storage. That should cover it. Takes the rest of it.
Oh
and
my.
piles it into the register, basically. What? He committed a crime. I'm doing this. I'm doing everyone a service here. He just paid his tax back or whatever. I don't care.
I mean,
This will help us with expansion.
I had heard he was a bad person, so, that makes sense. I don't suppose Mother could help my travels, possibly by
Sister.
some more. What?
How shameless are you?
I helped to bring this man to justice for
yes, but we also
Mother.
brought him here, kind of.
He would have damaged it more if it wasn't for us.
If we weren't here, he wouldn't have damaged it.
All right.
I think we're
Of
good.
course, I could help my daughters on their travels, and if nothing else, maybe this was a good experience. She looks over to Talon. Maybe this barrage is not as safe as I thought it was. Maybe there's just danger in the world, and maybe it doesn't matter where you go, and we're all going to die one day. I don't know, but
That's what
your sisters are strong. They were able to protect this home, and they probably wouldn't be this strong if they'd stayed here and withered away in the dunes. And Tav has been talking to me incessantly about this, so if you want to leave, it's okay. Just please come back. Like they did. And see, like she even looks to Medea.
Medea's looking down shamefully.
Just maybe not in 100 years. Please, maybe. See, Talon. Thank you, Mother. I'll give it some thought. I have to go and debrief my men and do my rounds. And she looks to Mira and Medea.
Thank
I know
you.
you would probably. Oh, no, you're probably going to be running off to go fight more things that are terrorizing other spas out there. But it was very good to meet you both, and I hope to see you around again soon.
Yes, it was good to know that I have another family member.
It was good to finally meet the two that I've been told don't exist.
Right.
And she'll go with her men and head out to the city. Your mother will give each of you 50 platinum, which is 500 gold, from the pile she gathered.
I'm gonna let my sister handle all of it.
Oh.
I know how sister is with her arrows. My stuff doesn't require a lot of maintenance costs.
Medea, please don't let your sister spend it all on frivolous things.
I don't know.
you-
It's been saving us so far.
You have always been a bit more like me, anyways. Mira's always so just. You're terrible with your money, dear. You're terrible.
I am not terrible. These
Sensitive.
things that I buy help us indefinitely. They have gotten
I am
us
sure,
out
but
of-
there's
Nothing
more to
definitely
life than
happens in
arrows, dear.
I'm sure there is.
So-
As
Mom,
she jingles with
Do
her,
you see
her
how much
pocket.
jewelry you are wearing? And you want to talk to me about frivolous
This
things?
is
Hey,
advertising.
No,
If
no,
I
I
got
understand.
dressed like
Mother.
this,
Yes.
then no one's going to believe this is an upscale establishment.
Yes, I agree
Right,
with it.
okay. So I inherited your frivolous spending.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, turn it right around on me. Medea,
And
see if you
I
can't
will.
keep her in line.
I'll try to. I can't expect much. You can't expect much from me when she has all the money now, and she's going to spend it right away. I know it.
Well,
I'll try.
I think we will be in town for a bit longer. Harrier had briefly mentioned something about researchers. We'll be around. But
Well.
in case we don't stop back, and I'll give my mom a big hug.
She'll hug you back. She'll look to Medea and reach an arm out.
Come on.
Oh, don't make me do it.
Oh, I'm
You owe
going
me
to make
this.
you do
You owe
it.
me this. How many have I missed in 100 years? Come on.
A lot. She kind of just like flops into it a bit. It's
There
kind
you
of like.
go. There we go. And you and the Varos family enjoys a big hug. Tavmeral does not join. Still a bit odd. Still a bit weird.
Yep.
He
Still, yep.
steps it back and
Mhm.
gives the 3 biological family members chance. However, Eve does join in. Eve does wrap around everyone's like, I'm so glad the family's back. You see,
Eve, get
Elena-
off of me.
yeah, Elena goes, let go or you're fired right now. It's like, okay. You see, like you hear like whispered into your ears. Honestly, I have no fucking clue why she's always, you know, she doesn't always have to be on.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, thank you, Mom.
Okay. Thank you for protecting home and our business, and thank you for
For the most part.
coming to see me. And
Yes, I will try to come back more often, but
please,
we are assigned a mission to Paria right now, so I can't make any promises when we will.
oh, I see.
Stop.
One moment, please.
It's
And she just immediately
good.
steps away.
Wait,
you
Just
there,
go to talk to
Minor?
Paria.
You,
What are you doing?
you are Paria, yes?
Hello?
Hi, yes, hi. Elena,
Hello.
so we've met.
Yeah,
My daughters are in your employ, I hear. I want to make sure you're paying them fair rates.
Yes. They
Mother,
are.
don't.
So they're not technically. I'm not employing
Mom.
them. It's the Aurora
No.
Guardians that's employing
a
them.
minute.
I am their.
You're escorting them, right? I've worked with enough Sundune escorts. I know how this works. Don't try to shortchange me, miss.
Mother.
Mother,
Once we finish the mission, we're getting 100,000 gold. It is fair.
100,000. I apologize, Miss Paria. Would you like an extended stay package for the spa?
Oh, I don't. Sure. I don't know.
Wonderful.
How long
Eve.
There we go.
No! The her?
He was like,
Oh, what is it? You're losing it, Eve. Please, make note. This is Ms. Paria. What was it?
Night.
Ms. Paria Knight. Her and her companions are welcome here anytime, free of charge. Of course, I'll make note right away in the registry. I think this is a bit too much. She just walks away.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
It is a lot of money.
Yes, but it's 100,000 gold.
That's true.
And you know, one day I will have to retire.
Oh, I see.
What?
Oh, you're right.
Again,
I'm just
very-
happy my daughters are successful, is all.
Yes. Well,
Who knew you could earn that much escorting people?
Adventuring has its benefits.
Mm.
We put our lives at
And
risk
benefits.
to earn amounts of money that takes others lifetimes
Decades.
to earn.
Decades. Mm.
Well, something I could never do, but we all have our skills.
That is right. Well, stay safe. Paria, Peria?
Yes,
Daria?
Okay.
I'm here. Yes.
He's
Hello.
here.
I think it might be best if we get this decay off before we go to your researches.
Yeah. Well, funny story. Researchers. That guy.
Also,
Places.
oh, that's right.
Oh,
Just
oh,
like walking past, like around Peria, moving the bird kind of out of the way.
Yes,
Um,
yes. It's a little
Getting
bit
to
like,
Dorn.
okay, all right. He's just gonna come over to here.
Always the socialite.
Hello, Dorn.
What is happening?
You walk up to
I'm
Dorn.
standing behind my sister just to make
He
sure
doesn't seem to
doesn't
acknowledge you specifically. He just sort of is staring into his hands at this point,
Alright,
like folded in front of him.
What's wrong with
Dorn.
him?
Hello. Kind of
Okay.
wave my hand under his face.
As you wave your hand, he does look towards you. I have nothing to say to you. Do with me
And
what you will.
why not? Why don't you have anything to say to me?
Doesn't seem to be a response.
Who is this guy?
You know, your friends worry about you.
Can I make an insight check on that?
By all means.
Okay.
Is this against Dorn or your sister?
My sister.
You have advantage.
Yeah. It's
Oh, still pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Hard to say.
okay.
Same.
Probably a generic thing. Yeah.
Dorn kind of shakes his head slightly.
They're his friends.
You
Don't have friends.
You think you don't have friends, but you've been with these people doing stuff for weeks now, and
I have.
your fellow unicorn knights worry about you. You might
What have I
just.
What have I been doing for weeks?
You've been with that group, with Leviathan, with them. The order.
Have I?
You have.
I don't know about that. I've been looking for you. I've been hunting. I've been searching for your group. No. No, that's not right. I was on house arrest.
No.
Why was
Dorn.
I on house arrest?
That is. They were trying. They did. They put murk or something, some evil stuff into you. It.
Mm-hmm.
I want to. Because this is similar to, like, the thing that happened with, like, the tree. It got, like, corrupted and stuff like that.
Kinda.
It's maybe similar. Can I put a hand? Because he's unarmored right now, completely. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's wearing like a tunic and like an under chain shirt, but no like metal armor, like
Right.
other than the chain, no like plate.
I want to put like a hand on like exposed skin, so I can have direct contact with him, and I want to kind of focus on like not just like on him, but like kind of like similar to like when I talk to the tree, if I can feel like anything within him, if that makes sense.
Give me, I would say, nature or arcana would work with what you're trying to go for from a druidic
I'm
standpoint.
gonna go with nature, and I'm gonna flare for advantage.
Yeah, we need a Ravi right now. You know,
Mm,
a therapist.
yeah, 16.
16.
So with the tree, it was an open connection that it was trying to reach out, and you were reaching back, and it was this give and take. With Dorn, it's like hitting an iron wall. You can't feel anything.
Okay. Right.
What are you doing, sister? Why are you touching him like that?
I am trying
Underwear.
something.
Okay.
It.
He's part of Unicorn Knight, right?
Yes, he's part of the Unicorn Knights, but he has been tainted by that stupid bird. No
Why
offense.
don't we just take him to
None
Ein
taken.
then? Apparently he can do this special decay bullshit, anti-decay stuff.
You see, Amira leans over. I've already tended to most of his decay as best I can. There's something else, something deeper. This man has been changed.
Decay of mind, maybe? Maybe he has some kind
If that's
of
possible,
memory
that's
wipe?
terrifying. But I did just see monsters made of decay, 5 minutes ago, so that's the thing.
What about modifying his memory arcanely?
I've already tried restoration and should have restored anything lost. I don't know. I truly believe this may not be arcane in nature. I think this may just be conditioning of some form.
Like, he was trained to be like this?
Yes, like training an animal.
Mike.
Yes.
Would I have heard of anything like that in the order?
Probably.
If you'd
I don't know if I
like,
would have been aware of it is the thing, because I was
Oh.
deeply ingrained.
if you'd like, you could give me a straight wisdom check
Okay. Yeah, sure.
for like memory.
Yeah.
15, not bad. Mid range, 14 roll. Yeah. So you didn't really know a lot about the things Italos has been doing, the
No,
experiments he's been doing recently.
Mhm.
As far as you were aware, Italos didn't really exist to you. You're part of the Order. However, there may have been once or twice you've seen a particularly recalcitrant or incredibly difficult agent of the Order taken away for
extra training
or some form of reconditioning of the soul and renewing of faith, and they always came back a little bit sharper, a little bit more put together. And I don't know if Peria ever was like brainwashing or anything. You may have been a bit too indoctrinated yourself to really think that was what it was. However, at this point, with all Peria has seen and known, it's possible that this is a practice the Order has been doing for a while. You don't know how it could be undone. This is definitely something beyond you in that regard.
It's like Judy from Avatar got
Very Bossing Say.
brainwashed. Bossing Say.
Yes, just like the memes. Yes.
Like the memes.
Right, exactly.
All right. I have nothing to add.
Okay.
Well, we just slap his head until he remembers things, right?
That's
I'm
not
just
how
waiting
this
for
works.
a message. Just waiting.
As you guys are kind of waiting, eventually, Peria, you do get a message. Confusing report. Salt says you have captured Dorn. Details?
Reply back. Italos brainwashed? I think is one word.
Sure.
Okay. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Brainwashed.
As a
too.
hyphen,
I think I'll give it to you.
All right. I'll say
The
him.
linguistics of a spell is a little bit tricky, you know.
Italos brainwashed him. Rewind. With Leviathan. Or was. He seems really off. Armor likely enchanted by Italos. Possibly other form of controlling. Not sure what do.
You get a message back almost immediately. I am aware of this type of conditioning. I can fix it. A couple of dreams won't hurt him. Send him to me. Thank you. This will be more help than you can imagine.
Hold on. It's in the
Yes, manipulate him to our cause.
Yes. I
Don't
will
throw
reply
everything.
back.
Send.
Vagabond tree work? Or somewhere else? That's it. I'll leave it at that.
There's a bit of a delay. This was you replying to his sending, so it's like maybe another minute before you get another sending back. Confirmed with Vagabond, ready to receive whenever. At tree.
We'll send soon. Maybe another hour or so. Also, potential in with Silver Falls. Just one word. So, haven't forgotten about Gardas. Need to wrap up and we'll back. I ran out. I forgot I was on.
Sure.
I thought it was one word.
Will be.
One last sending. Understood. Glad to hear, even away, you haven't forgotten us. Thank you. Send Dorn with equipment. He will need it.
Oh.
Oh, well then. Okay.
Interesting.
Great.
Fly back. Will do. Also, when we're back, we'll need some protection again. They have turned Auroracle's eye back towards us.
Okay.
Like Sauron.
You do not, unless you send another
Nope.
message, you do not get another reply.
I ain't saying nothing.
Need those slots.
And you said enough today. You're gonna need some sleeping, and it's 6 a.m. My God.
Also,
Yeah.
Vlad, real quick. Are the audio levels good for you? Just checking.
Okay. Is it?
Okay.
What time is it? Looking at the chronosphere.
It's about 5:30.
5:30.
Been about 30
Oh.
minutes since the fight ended.
So
You
that's
guys woke up at
sunrise.
5. Yeah.
Is
Sunrise
another, like,
is
hour and a half. Half
yeah, probably got another hour or so, maybe.
Is it winter time?
Roughly, yes.
Okay, then yeah.
Still kind of tired, but I don't really sleep, so.
Well, we can sleep. So Paria,
Yes. Sorry. Yes. We will be sending him back to Gardas.
all right. Well, I can send him with the key. What tree are we sending him to?
To the vagabonds
Oh,
tree.
all right. I believe I remember. That was a very unique tree. Yes.
Oh, yes. Very much so.
All right. Dorn, turning my attention back. We're going to send you to get help.
Better.
Get better. Do you remember your friends, your unicorn knights, Galisay?
Shall you say that name first?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, Galisay, Platinus, one of the head households. Nothing else.
All right. We're going to get you better, make your fogginess on your head go away. You might think of us as your enemies, but we are not who you should be fighting. I know that what Paria, if you remember at all, what Paria did to you before was wrong, but
Paria. Paria.
No,
Paria.
no,
Said the word.
no, no.
As you say the name Paria, he begins to stand up. Emiris reaches over and puts a hand on his forehead. He goes, sleep. And he just
Go to
falls
sleep.
back.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm about ready to like move my
Oh, shit.
sister out of the freaking
I don't know what you
way.
did there, but that seemed to get a rise out of him. Thankfully, I left him
trigger.
pretty close to the edge. He's at 1 hit point, by the way.
Right.
Yes, that's
Couldn't
triggered. I
have
suggest
said
not
that.
saying that name again.
yes. Also, real life weirdest deja vu.
Deja vu.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Happens.
I feel like I've dreamed this.
I hate deja vu. It fucks with me the whole day long.
All right. Well,
Okay, well, he's
Medea,
sleeping.
you're
It's nice.
No, Q, you're strong. Can you carry him?
Yeah. asked me
Yeah,
that.
I got it.
I mean, I
All
use
right,
all my strength for my armor.
Let's go to a tree outside and send him away, I suppose.
You cannot until the next dawn, which is in an hour, which is why Perry was asking.
Oh, we have an hour. Okay. Right,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Right. Well, you'll keep
But-
him. Maybe throw some shackles on him or something until. Yeah.
Okay.
Just the ones of the Aurora cuffs that were on me.
Why don't
Clap.
you keep those?
What?
Give him some basic bitch shackles.
Fine.
Keep the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to say adamantine shackles. Nah.
I'm sure the Sun Dunes escorts have some.
Yes,
It's
they
on my
can.
shackles.
Give us
If you
some-
guys were to go get a guard, they
Mhm.
can come and shackle him.
Just to make
and
sure it doesn't hurt anybody.
yes.
We'll put the
So
armor
clean it.
through with him, just not on
Yep.
him.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Yep.
throw it through.
Toss it through.
Yeah.
Put in no armor, do not put on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Note.
Add armor juju.
All right. Well, I guess we just kind of wait for an hour.
Yeah. If you guys don't have anything particular,
Could we get white auras here to heal us while we wait?
yeah, you guys can. Well, yeah, you guys need to rest in general. And Muris is unfortunately out for the day.
We can take a short rest while.
Yeah,
we
you guys
wait.
can take a short rest.
I expect my hit time to be good.
As far as like getting white auras here, you'd have to go get white auras. It's 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
They're asleep.
Knock
Sure,
on
yeah.
the door.
But
No.
We could go to a private room.
you could. I suppose that's true. You could get. Well, I
You
don't know if
have
they're
the
here.
gauntlet.
Oh, that's true. You guys could just go to a private room and use the
Mhm.
gauntlet. That's also true.
Right.
We have that weird thing that it does
We
not
keep it.
accessorize well.
Just
Shh.
don't speak
Yep.
of it outside of closed doors. We trust no one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we could go to a private room and close
Okay.
the door.
Let's go back to the
And-
rooms we were at, really.
Sure.
Yeah, we could go back to our rooms, I guess.
Sure.
Well, I don't want to go too far away from Dorn.
So let me. If you guys want to stay on the first floor, there are options, or you guys go back up to the second floor. Where do you guys want to go?
I'm gonna stay down here. Pick up. Let's
Is
pick
there
one of the,
like
the
a
side
door
rooms.
here?
This one.
Yeah, we
I've
can
only
just
got
go
the
into
You
one
one.
of
guys, yeah, you
these.
guys can just go in there and close that as well. That is an option.
This isn't Weird at all.
Oh,
It's
Nice
yeah,
and
yes.
cushiony.
There's an action up to 10 per round, so this is gonna be like real quick. We can just like
Oh, yeah.
go. Like,
10 decay in 6 seconds.
All right.
Yeah.
So post your decay levels in the chat. I think would be the easiest.
Damn!
I had like none.
Wow.
Damn!
I used Arsenal at 7th level, but Mira didn't use much aside
That's right.
from
The
that.
twins
We'll
did.
do it
That's right. The
again.
twins didn't get hit with any decay monsters. That's right.
Yeah.
You guys don't have Merc.
Which was
I'm actually the
awesome.
worst.
You are
Are you
the
like
worst.
20 something?
I'm at 21.
Oh,
Holy
Ooh.
shnikes. Oh, right, you were slow as hell.
Yeah. Well, not for long.
Mm.
Avosi is at 19.
Ooh. That's all right. Well, so that's more than half of our.
You should have 2 batteries.
I'm
worth.
good. You don't need
Oh.
to do me.
Yes. Okay, never mind.
here's the aura system if you want to read over it a bit, Vlad.
Oh,
I'll
that's
keep it up for a little.
exhausting. So
I'm installing
exhausting.
it. It's saved.
It's
All right,
unique to
everyone
the
is
world.
decay free.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
that thing's got a lot of
Everybody.
capacity.
Everybody.
Holy shnikes. Okay.
So,
Yay.
vacuuming up the decay into the.
Yeah. And like a minute and 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Close the door. Open the door. I'm fine. We're back.
Yeah.
All right, we look better.
I
We
will
got
say,
makeup on,
as you
we're good.
guys leave from that point, Amira's just like,
Let's
oh,
pay
did you need what? You look remarkably better.
Youthful, we know.
That was
I
very
have
quick.
long sleeves on.
Are none of you showing your aura? Because aura also shows decay.
No.
I wouldn't be.
I
I'm not in
mean,
combat.
I don't have sleeves, and but I have no. I mean, mine's out. Like, mine would
I'm gonna say,
probably show.
Avosi is from a clan where aura is considered like paramount. He usually has his aura out just by default.
Mm.
At the very least, Emiras is confused as to why Avosi's aura is so rapidly clean, but he's just like, wow, that must be some purification art you have. Impressive. Mine's not quite that skilled.
I know you did perfectly good with that guy. He's crazy. You made him sleep. You made him sleep,
Yes.
which is good right now.
Yes. Right. So we're gonna short rest. We can expend hit die to heal.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you guys are just going to short rest until the
versus-
sunrise is happening, you guys can just spend hit die. Anything that recovers on a short rest is restored. Dorn is unconscious at the time. Elunea goes
Mm.
back to
Ugh, that was a
figuring
horrible
out how to repair everything. This
I
one
will,
guard is going to get a promotion.
After the rest, Medea would come up to tap Marl.
Okay. Tavmarl's
Yeah, she would come up to him and
Okay.
be like, I'm sorry. Some of your escorts, and I did a gesture over to where they were.
I heard in the report, Talun did a count, and it's what happens in this job. Unfortunately, it's something that I had to face every day. Talun is too young to deal with that.
Mm.
I'll talk to the families.
Right. I kind of like bow my head to him and I'm like, I am sorry.
What for?
Everything. And I just look up to him.
For what it's worth, I am too.
Just protect my mother and your daughter.
I will, with all of my heart. Promise. And keep yourself and your sister safe.
Naturally.
Sur-
What
Kind of like goes in for like an awkward hug.
I'll reciprocate the hug.
Hug.
More free hugs.
More free hug. Just don't forget to give her that present.
Of course. I will make sure she gets it.
Thank you. Feels a little weird me doing it.
I understand. Feels a little weird for me too, but less weird, I'm sure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to my sister now.
I'm gonna go back to your mother now.
Your mother.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, oh.
All right.
Previous fiance with your mom now.
So weird. She doesn't even want to talk about it. It
So
doesn't exist to
weird.
her. It's
Nope.
not there.
For
It ain't there. All right.
11. That's about as good as you can get. That was pretty good.
Hmm.
Dang, look at that hit die.
Took about half of mine to heal up.
Yeah, wizards have really bad hit die,
Battery
by the way.
80%.
It's pretty bad.
It-
But he's at full now.
Nice.
It's
Alright.
okay. They also have really bad HP, so you know.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
rapid fire.
evens it
Let's
out.
go.
That's totally
Woo!
okay.
Woo, rapid fire. Okay. I gotta see what that's up to. Click it. Click it again. Yes. Whoa. All right.
So,
Vera has
I'm
money
happy
to
right
go
now.
shopping.
Please don't spend it all on just arrows. I know.
so as you guys spend your hour resting up in the damaged Sparage, Imuris, while you're all resting, looks over to Q. He's like, so, since you were so interested in me earlier, I guess I should ask. Your group seems
Ugh.
interesting. What brings you all to town, other than the two Varos twins, as I've come to realize?
Mm.
Wait, you're a researcher? You actually have information on this. She'll pull up the picture of the Astral Chimera and show it to him.
I see. You're looking for this?
Yes, it's called an Astral Chimera.
I see. Fascinating.
Inside.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds
Insight
it's
check.
probably like a myth.
Yeah, I
but
think
it's
she was also a little
It is
suspicious of it.
fascinating, is it? How fascinating is it?
Entire
to
group
you?
insight check. If you want, I guess.
Oh, sure, I can
Oh.
try.
Come on.
I don't get no advantage because it's not my sister,
12.
but
God,
sure,
Q
I'll
did
do
better
one.
than me.
And
It's average.
Oh. Jeez.
Dang.
Harry's-
Okay.
Harry's had a lot going on.
Look,
Yeah.
Mira, you definitely clock. He immediately gets very flustered upon seeing the picture. Like, well, that seems like a very interesting endeavor. What leads you to believe it's here in the desert?
Do you have a personal attachment to it, Mr.
A personal attachment to what? A chimera? No. Academic interest, perhaps.
Makes sense.
I don't know. You haven't seen it before, have you?
Well, I don't know where it would be. I mean, you came here looking for it, so clearly you must believe it's in the desert somewhere.
The even better insight is
Ooh.
if he's lying about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seeing as Medea and Mira were literally escorts for these dunes, would we have thought of any of this? Like, would we have encountered the tales of this at all?
We did checks for that, I think,
We did.
a
I think we
session or
did
two
last
ago,
week.
and you guys did not get very good
Yeah.
rolls
Didn't
on
get
this.
very good roll. All right.
So remind me again exactly what did he say? What was his words?
He was saying that he didn't really answer your question
Yeah.
about whether or not he's
avoiding.
encountered it.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, you all seem to clearly think it's in the desert since you're here. So you know,
Right.
what makes you think that it's here? Why are you looking for this creature?"
We are looking for this creature for our friend Q.
we need its help.
Yes, we need its help.
Interesting. Oh.
Typically, we help them in return.
Usually we help.
Yes.
And
see.
you seriously have never heard of it. researcher.
I didn't say I've never heard of it. It sounds like a fascinating creature. I've heard of chimera, and you said astral. It probably has something to do with the astral sea, which is not attached to this world, unfortunately, but may have come from another world in that case.
You're getting really defensive and talking
I am not.
fast. No, you
I mean,
are.
I meant to say. Yes, I think, now that I think about it, I may have heard something about this chimera once or twice around here.
You don't really have to beat around the bush. We're not... Look, if you know something, please just tell
14
us.
perception.
Oh, sorry, the wrong roll. I was trying to do persuasion.
Trying to do persuasion?
18 persuasion.
I was trying to do it mid-talking, that's why I messed up.
I mean, unless we're in, opposite ends of this discussion, I don't know. Maybe they want it for another reason, I don't know.
How do you need its help?
I need its help so I don't die.
I need more details than that.
She's
Well,
trying to restore the aura
Have
of
you-
her people.
Heard of soothsayers and how they got their cool, true auras?
I do not know much about the history of Susail, no, but I am aware of the nation. What do you mean, return their auras, looking to Mira?
Yeah, I guess you're not up on recent historical events.
Their auras were lost. We've been going around to restore their auras.
Well, I don't see why this chimera would be able to assist in that.
We know that they
And your
can.
snake told us that it could.
We've already got a few of them.
And if we don't do this, the remains of a Kieran that is letting me exist as I am is going to eventually kill me.
Poof. No more Q.
I see.
You can see why we're on kind of time crunch.
Mira, on your 23 insight from before, I think because you've gotten 22 and then 23, and you're definitely on the right train with this guy, you can sense he's getting frightened and sees a group of people that were incredibly violent about 10 minutes ago now kind of ganging up on him about a creature that you do believe he knows where it is or has seen it, and you have yet to answer exactly how it's going to help you. And he seems to think that maybe you're about to attack him, and he's taking like a defensive position, like yes, I see.
Gotcha.
I'm so sorry. I've only heard stories of this creature. I didn't mean to be so elusive before. It exists in the desert somewhere, I'm sure, but probably not near civilization. You'd probably be best going to the far reaches of the desert. Searching here will do you no good. And I am a researcher of the past. I would not have more recent knowledge on this creature.
That's right.
You asked how we... Sorry, it was how we need help from it, or... The question you haven't answered was how we need help from it?
Yes, well, what exactly will you do with it?
Well, the creatures we have been to so far, we have helped them. There's generally a reason they are sticking around and staying, in this case, in the desert. We mean it's no harm.
Give me a persuasion check on that exact sentence.
Okay. Persuasion.
I mean, we do have a bunch of swords and a bunch of everything else.
Yeah, that's my point, is you all are a very violent bunch.
We are.
To be fair, we did not kill the main people who attacked us.
But
Materos is dead.
Materos is dead.
That's
Materos.
different. 2 out of
is
the
dead
3.
Dorn also did die.
Technically.
He revived Dorn.
I was going to revive Dorn. He just got to him faster than I
He
did.
doesn't know that, unfortunately.
I know. I'm just saying.
17 persuasion on we mean it no harm. You do see like a number of the feathers have kind of unruffled. He's like, okay, all right, that's good to hear. The astral chimera, its name is Menesis. Menesis is a friend of mine. I've known him for some time. He helped me get across the desert once when I was not well. Menesis is a good soul, but many would see something like this creature to be valuable, and for remedies or potions to cure diseases or to cure illnesses and remove curses. Some have sought creatures such as unicorns to, well, slaughter them and take their parts for themselves for a greater cause.
The unicorn was the first one that we found and helped.
I see.
Sorry, we're being vague because we don't know you, but there were other creatures that...
I understand. I apologize. I was being vague because I didn't know you.
That is fair.
Immensis is, I haven't seen them for some time. I genuinely don't know where he is right now, but if you do seem like good people. You showed mercy to your enemy in that fight, and I have a sense for these sort of things. I will do my best to help you find him.
Well, about that, you said you haven't seen him for some time. Peria, when was that dated, the thing that we found?
I'll take out my copy of the book that I paid for and flip to the page and be like, you should read this maybe? It doesn't sound good for your friend.
He takes a look, skims through. Oh, no. No, he's smart. I told him never to engage with the Bardestians. I told him they were vicious, and I told him to never assist one of them, even if they were in need.
Does he seem like the kind of creature to do it anyway? And by that expression,
yes.
he is...
I have to confirm this. I have to know if it's recent enough. I may be able to bring him back. If
I think we were planning on going to that camp anyways.
Go ask them.
Oh, the guys we just fought?
Yes, the Bardestian camp.
Yeah. If they did kill it, I have a particular feeling they'll be more than happy to boast about it.
He sounds like that kind of guy, yeah.
if they killed Menensis, then well, I'm not a vengeful sort, but I'm sure one day they will find the consequences of their actions.
I do have a backup plan if they did kill it. Hopefully, kind of.
Are you hoping to ask my teacher?
Sylvan, yes, to cast Wish.
No, you can't just do that willy-nilly, right? That takes
I'm
time.
sorry. Wish?
Yeah.
Good lord.
You're a researcher, right? Surely you know who Sylvan is.
I mean, he's kind of an outcast.
Sylvan Soros,
yes.
exile of the Unfold Woods. Yes, I do know.
Yes, he is my teacher.
He knows Wish.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yes, he knows Wish, Q. Thank you.
He knows Wish is not a sentence I thought to hear today. If you are a student of Sylvan's, then yes, I can definitely trust you with Menensis's secret. If we find him, if he is alive, I will help convince him that you are a good sort.
That was appreciated.
Alright, let's find out
Also,
if
are you okay? You seemed
Hmm?
to lose some feathers in that fight.
Yeah.
What?
Would
Your feathers.
Oh, well, I may have been singed. There was an errant fireball at one point. It's possible. Like, he's like looking at his feathers now. He's like, oh shit, you're right. Oh, what happened to those? It's a bit strange. There's only a
How
few of
did
them on each
you
wing.
how did you revive somebody without diamonds?
Well, surely I must have used diamonds. He like roots into his pockets and pulls out a small sack. And you see, like, yeah, see, and he pulls out. He has like a little sack of like diamond dust. Oh, a bit more than I remember there being. I always stock up on this, and I never really know why.
Where do you stock up on that? Because
He's just like inching in.
I also have that ability to revive.
Well, there's a mine to the north of the desert. I'll put you on the world map real quick.
I should have asked
Um,
Felix for the pickaxe.
Oh, pickaxe!
shit.
Shit! Again.
There's a mine to the north called the Karkan mine. It's typically you can't just go and buy ore there, but the city of Karkand to the southwest of it does offer some premium ore services, and I make a pilgrimage there once a year to stock up on reagents that are a bit hard to find in this time.
Are they fair priced?
Since
Nothing's
the war,
fair.
no, but before, yes.
All right, that's
All the inflation, you know.
inflation.
That might
Well-
be the place to stock up on any chitin ore.
Once we get this guy through the tree, we can go talk to the Bardessians.
Do we really think it's wise to send Mr. I'm going to kill Peria into a camp that
He's not here. He is
But he's
gone.
not going into camp.
He is gone. Felix has left.
Has left the
No,
building.
not Felix.
Look,
Well,
no.
Dorn's going through the
Dorn.
tree.
Medea's
to-
talking about Dorn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dorn's going through the tree to the vagabond.
Yeah.
Right. Frost is
Yeah,
capable.
what was the question? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Medea was asking if we should bring Dorn to the camp, but you're not bringing Dorn to the camp. You're taking him through the tree, then you're all
Oh.
going to the camp.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trust me. Order of operations here is hard to keep track of, I know. It's
Yeah, it's more so like I don't know. She doesn't know if that camp that we want to take him to, not the camp that's here, but
Oh, to the resistance.
to the resistance camp, if that would make
Oh.
it bad politically.
Well, if Frost told her to do it, we're doing it.
Well, I mean,
Alright.
taking him to the Holy Land would be worse than taking him home.
That's true.
I think
Okay,
really
I mean,
taking him anywhere is going to be like
Gonna be
the
problematic.
only way to be completely free of political bullshit is to just walk away and
And
leave
let
him
him
to do
go.
whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But he did try to kill you all,
Dangerous.
so
Yeah,
He's too
there's
dangerous.
there's a trigger word that happens to be
Your name?
name. He's
Yeah.
just kind of
You're a ticking time bomb. It's okay.
yeah.
But you might have done a good job with that, Mira.
mm,
anyways.
okay. Well, so are we going to go to this camp then?
So you
Think about-
guys took your short rest.
Yeah.
Emiris was talking to you guys during that. At the end of it, you guys can see the sun coming up through the windows of the Sparage, and you know that it is a new day. The Dryad's Key, I like to imagine when you use it, it kind of wilts a little bit, and then at the beginning of the new dawn, it kind of like returns to like life, and like the leaf
pretty.
flourishes, and it is able to be
Musical.
used once again.
Is there a
You
big
have to water it.
tree
Oh,
in the
nice.
Sparage?
In the Sparage, no. But
I wasn't sure.
outside the Sparage, absolutely.
Is there a tree next to
Oh, hang on a
There-
second. There might actually be.
I didn't know if there's like someone like in the middle, it's like a
No, there's a balcony on the second floor, but it doesn't quite have trees on it. So
Yeah.
no, unfortunately.
So they saw us door and let us rise before.
We asked some guards to do it in the past.
So party gathers together and heads outside. Dorn, I
I'm
guess,
sure it looks so weird as Jew is carrying Dorn.
him. Yeah.
Wasn't Dorn a dwarf?
Yes.
So they're
Oh,
all
that's true.
Sort of you.
It's not that
He's
unusual,
just burly.
but still
Big.
burly.
Yeah.
Not like a
But you seem to be
6 foot
like
person in a
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
whatever size Q is.
like 3'9".
Jew is 4 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
4 feet
okay.
tall.
Yeah.
3'9".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah.
You're about to see my Dorn. Probably.
That's
Dorn
why
may
you
be a
get
little bit taller.
confused as a
You could
dwarf,
wear
but
his
I know-
armor.
No.
I'm not going to.
Come on, put it on. Come on, put it on.
No.
No big deal. Put it on.
Oh my god, please.
Perfectly fine. Put it on.
Anyways.
All right, you guys go outside, find a suitable palm tree. The Sun Dunes remember this from yesterday, literally, and also they probably are aware of your party a bit more so since the 2 attacks in the city. You guys have helped deal with the Bardestians and then the Cartesians.
Both that we've created.
They
Let's
they
get
kind
out
of wave it
town.
aside as you guys, take a prisoner through a tree door. You tap the key to the tree, turn it, and the tree bisects down the middle, turning into an archway leading to the Vagabond's Grove over in Gardas. Through the portal, you can see several, I want to say armed, but they're really just like wearing like rags and tunics and like shawls and like have like one has a quarterstaff, one has a club. Like they look like a group of thugs, but they're the nomad knights. And at the other end, you see the vagabond, your friend Mayor Hegri, formerly, waiting for you to send him through. Q, I'm guessing you just throw him like a sack of potatoes,
Oh my god.
and then the armor and weapons afterwards.
He's sleeping. It'll
Hey,
wear
can we
off.
take his
in a minute.
money?
I don't know. No.
Yeah, take his
Yeah,
money.
don't
I'm
put
good
the
at
armor on him, by the way.
Yeah.
It's bad.
He's under a sleep spell right now.
We weren't planning on arming him. Frost just, anyways.
Yeah, don't touch
Thanks,
the armor.
and that's about as much as you get before the tree closes and the portal ends. You see, like the guard nearby goes, "I will never get tired of seeing that shit."
What could possibly go wrong with this
Okay, so
plan?
I'm gonna
Nothing.
Lots of things,
GM
Lydia.
Meyer.
Watch
I
this.
know.
Put-
I know.
Question,
Group.
Mike.
Yeah.
The druid that got transformed, was there anything of his left after that?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. He was totally immolated in the furnace, like bones were left. He was turned into a horrible like magma and thorn monster.
None of his magical possessions were left?
You did not note any of particular.
Okay. Just
If
Yeah.
you'd like,
just covering our
if you'd
bases.
like, you can give an investigation check of the Sparages area.
Sure. Investigation.
14. Nothing. If anything, I'd say your investigation reveals that nothing he was wearing must have been powerfully enchanted enough to have survived what happened to him, which is in itself kind of a statement that maybe he wasn't armed very well for an archmage of the court, for whatever that's worth.
Okay.
But as the party exits out into the light of morning in the city streets of the Ilaran Oasis, what do you guys do?
We're going to their camp, right? To see if they killed the beast thing.
I'm pretty tapped, but I'm good to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys did just recently finish a long rest and then
I
had
know.
a massive battle.
Yep.
And then a short
Don't
rest.
expect anything fancy from me today,
Yeah.
guys. I've done all my fancy. But I'm ready to support.
Okay.
Yep. As long as we don't start any battles or anything.
Mhm.
It's open.
I'll do
Chris,
my
you are
makeup on the
particularly
way.
red today.
Am I? Oh,
You are
am I?
particularly
Oh
red
God, that
today.
has gotten very red. Hold
Whoa.
on.
Oh,
I
boy.
am red. Hold on.
Sunburn.
You're angry.
Demon.
I
That's
think.
okay. I'm like white.
How about this?
Better. Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
can
was
see a
very confused.
natural
I'm like,
tone.
whoa, oh my god.
I
Anyways,
didn't realize how red it had
Is he playing
Yeah.
teaching
gotten.
today?
Alright.
so let me switch the music up, I suppose.
How are we going to approach this, guys?
We're going to walk up
Mhm.
and talk to them.
Great. We're going to be
Is-
like, hey, do you have a beast in there? Or, did you kill any recently? We want to know.
I've got it. Lydia, okay.
So,
Q,
as you
you
guys-
never have it.
Are you
Whenever
sure
you
you
have
got
it,
it?
Q, we get into fights.
Yes.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but
I am opposed to it when we are in their camp.
I'm not gonna just pick a fight when my sister is, tapped on magic spells right now.
As you guys are walking towards the edge of town where the camp is, a member of the Sundune Escorts runs up to Mira and Medea. It's like, Commander Talun told me you may be going this way today. He hands you a small, what looks like a piece of wood that's carved with holes. It looks like a whistle or a flute of some kind. It says,
Okay.
we have been ordered to stand guard at the edge of town. If you require assistance while in camp, this will alert us.
Thank you. And I'll take that and I typed it in on my character
And
sheet.
as he says that, he kind of nods around his shoulder, and you can see at multiple spots around the edge of town there are Sundune escorts stationed, either some obviously patrolling and some hiding in the shadows on this side of town specifically. If you guys do get into a fight in the Bardestian camp, it's not going to be just you guys versus an entire camp.
I mean, this
Thank
used
you.
to be an escort place, but
It was,
now
but
they're almost like military.
it is very nice to have allies in a town. It's unusual for what we do with Paria.
Yes, very.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Usually everybody is our enemy. This is a nice change.
Kinda, yeah.
Just 100,000 gold, just saying.
Yes, a lot. of
All right.
You have a lot of money for arrows.
So, as you guys approach the edge of the Bardestian camp, the grassy part of the oasis fades away into the endless sands, and you see that there's enough room where there is grass that Bardest could have set up camp a little bit on the grass. But you
But
notice
chose not to.
the first tent you see is intentionally inches away from grass. Every tent is intentionally on sand or rock. You're not
Ooh.
sure why, but they all seem to have avoided the oasis entirely.
I think
Right
they are
While we were
used.
walking, I wanted to cast Gift of Alacrity on the twins.
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you.
Wanted to say that real quick.
May I ask, at what point do you cast that? Because it does. How long does it last?
It's 8 hours.
8 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
At what
Yeah.
point do you cast that?
It would have been like when we were leaving the Spirage, walking after we dropped Dorn off.
Okay. Good to know. It's plenty of time though. So as you cast this on them, and you guys then get the whistle and head over to the camp, you begin to see some fortifications around the camp. Not really an exact wall necessarily, but there are a lot of sharpened, spiked palisades sticking out away from the camp. Some of them are adorned in animal bones, skulls, tanned hides. Looks like trophies hung up to dry and for show. You begin to see each of the tents has what looks like large ropes hung from them with some of them have freshly killed game. Some of them have weapons hung from the rope. Anyone who would like... Actually, no, Emuris was with you. He'll just explain. This appears to be a form of boasting amongst Bardestians, or some way to display rank. Is the trophies they gain from hunts and kills are displayed outside the tents for all to see. Taking a trophy from a tent is a direct challenge against the person and is considered an automatic duel, basically an automatic challenge of a duel to the death, usually, as these trophies are considered almost more valuable than the possessions the person has.
Very primitive.
Yes, the Bardestians are barbaric.
As I guess we're walking through,
The core.
should you try to keep an eye out for, like, I don't know, I guess a skull or something, or maybe a pelt that looks similar to the picture?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Hey!
Not bad, not bad. As you're walking around the edges of the camp, you don't see anything that fantastical or colorful in appearance. The edges, you feel like the fringes of the camp have a lot of people with tents with small, like, desert hares hung up, pelts strung. Very minor trophies around the edges of the camp. Perhaps this is some societal thing with the lesser the trophy, the farther you are from the center.
Right.
Hard to say. But as you guys get into the camp proper, you notice there's no guard patrolling, there's no gate or wall. But as you guys begin to walk through, you do see a number of people in this camp. It is heavily populated. There's no streets necessarily, kind of haphazard, almost in a circular pattern around the center. And in the gaps between tents, you do find a lot of fires going, a lot of smells of cooked meats simmering on the bone over fires. Lots of there's no smell of like baked bread or confectionaries. It's all very raw foods, cooked and charred and eaten. Simple. But as you guys pass by, these people do kind of look your way, and some just kind of shrug and go back to their food. Once or twice, you get somebody who kind of gives you the mean eye, and you feel like they're hoping you challenge them, but they don't make any direct outward advance towards you. I will say
proudly.
Yeah, I will say those of you
strut.
displaying weapons such as Medea, Mira, and Q, you guys get a few more looks than like Peria, Avosi, and Imirus. They don't really get any. They don't even honestly, Peria, Avosi, and Imirus, you probably don't exist to most of these people. Like one of them probably bumps into Avosi and just keeps going, and he's like, excuse me. Sorry, I need to watch where I'm going. This guy was massive. But as you guys move through the camp, you do see there is a central area that is cleared out, and there is a large bonfire, even in like the middle of this like early morning sunrise. There's a massive fire at the center of the camp, and near it you do find a very large tent. It is not like most of the others. It's not made of canvas or burlap or anything. It appears to be made of strung together hides of various scintillating colors with scales and large bones shoved into the ground, adorned with horned skulls.
Would we know what kind of creatures these are?
Like a dragon?
Medea can give me a survival or a straight. You can do survival. Survival works.
I'll do survival. Normal.
Yeah, just you can flare. Oh, 20. 100% draconic. This tent is made from dragon hide, The bones are draconic in nature, and the massive skull over the entryway appears to be a dragon skull. You're not sure the color of the bones necessarily, but the hides ranging from all spectrums of the chromatic, including a couple of metallic dragons. This
A lot nicer.
massive tent is the nicest in the entire encampment and covered in the most ornate trophies.
You know,
I can respect
This
it.
I
is-
would like to have armor made of dragon hide. That would
Well,
be nice.
No, sister. And I smack it.
What?
But as you guys, it's still a bit of a way from that. As you guys are approaching the center of the camp, Q,
Yeah.
you do see strung up near the main large tent, there is what looks to be a nice, vibrant blue pelt on a drying rack. Looks to be like it had two heads.
Oh. She'll tap the researcher and point to it.
Oh. Menensis. Oh. God, it's Menensis. If that's his pelt. He looks up, and over the fire there's like a number of like spits, and there are a lot of bones at the bottom. There's currently no meat roasting, but there are a lot of large bones at the bottom of this fire pit, and he kind of like looks to them. I am afraid I need a body to revive. I believe it may be too late.
Are you 100% sure?
I would need to get closer, but I would be shocked if there was another two-headed, vibrant blue creature in this desert I did not know of.
Peria,
Yeah.
Will you have the special
if you
thing
know
you
the
can do?
name of the creature, you can attempt to send a message, right?
I can.
And you have an
Yes.
idea of what it
Assuming
looks
it's
like.
on
I have a
this
picture.
plane of existence. I don't know if maybe they had a cool defensive measure where they threw their consciousness into the astral sea that doesn't exist in this world, but I don't know.
And think she's asking if you can confirm whether or not I was dead.
Q, yes, thank you.
That's
I
yes.
know what she's asking. I appreciate you so much.
A chick-handed nature.
So,
It
Well-
could doesn't understand it.
I
Clarification for
will,
me.
before we use a resource that I have very limited of,
We should
Um,
talk
I-
to somebody, maybe.
I'll go ahead and use the Mirror of the Past again, because it's a new dawn,
It's a new day.
new day.
Um,
Menesis. I will use. I
Menensis.
will think of
Menensis.
Menensis. And if
Thinking
I
of
get the
Menensis.
same thing, then
Specifically on Menensis, not just the Astral Chimera,
yes.
the mirror darkens, and you haven't actually asked any of the names of the celestial beasts in the mirror before. You never got the name of the unicorn. I think you got the name of the Validar, but you never really used it. Looking for Menensis specifically, you see a sky full of stars, brilliant and twinkling, and you begin to see a few of them falling out of the sky, falling to the Earth, to the planet. You see a brilliant white star, a shining red, a deep cobalt blue, a vibrant golden. You see all these different stars falling and landing at different points across Elcast. When you say Menensis, it focuses on the cobalt blue and silvery star that lands in the middle of a desert, a massive desert. As it lands, a crater forms, and over time it fills with water, and life springs up around it.
Fucking cold, that shit.
you begin to see civilization growing and falling and growing and falling in waves over the years. The last image you see is of a young boy standing middle of the dunes, his hair silvery blue, walking in the shadow of a larger, more regal man. Fiery red, fading to rainbow hues. And the image fades.
On that last image,
Mm-hmm.
did the young boy and man have like characteristics?
They were
Like,
pretty vague, almost silhouetted. It was
Like
hard to make
silhouetted.
out details, but the only thing that was iconic was the young boy had silvery blue flame hair, and the other one had vibrant red to a almost rainbowy colored.
Interesting. Whatever that means.
The Kiernan, I think I did a Mirror of the Past on the Kiernan. Hold on. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was on Dorius. I'll look. You
A
go
lot
on
of them you've
without
done.
me. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna look through.
Um,
See what I can find.
well, we
Oh.
can't really go on without you.
I guess I'm trying to see if I can infer if the red fiery rainbow hue is the Kieran.
Was the Kieran?
Yeah,
Um,
and that.
Give me an insight check.
You know I will. Come on.
11.
Fletchers, these rolls today.
It is hard to tell from just a cryptic
I know,
mirror,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Been using this shit for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Becoming a bit of an oracle of the mirror at this point.
I shall become the Oracle.
Aurora.
But as you
You'll be
guys
moved.
are walking through this camp, you're getting closer to the center. Eventually, one figure does step out from the crowd and kind of step in your line of walking. It is a slender woman with slightly draconic features at the edges of her face, like small horns and like ridges under the skin, animalistic looking eyes. You fought this woman at one point in the last day or so. She was the spellcaster in their group, Dragon
One that
Blessed
went down right away?
Narkushan.
Oh yeah, and she got knocked down many times.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? What is your business?
Gesture to Q, seeing as she said she'll take this one.
Yep.
Hmm?
Waiting.
So I happen to hear that you guys are pretty good at hunting things, and I was just curious if you guys have ever, I don't know, seen this, and so put picture us with Chimera.
Yes, it's possible we may have hunted a creature of this description, but what does it matter to you?
Well, I mean, you know, I just thought it's kind of a big deal if you actually hunt something like that, and always
Not where we
interested-
are from.
What?
Said not where we are from.
He looks around. Are you sure about that? Because you guys seem like you kind of like that a lot.
No, you said it was a big deal. She said it's not where we were from.
Oh.
Not a big deal for her.
It's not a big deal.
I mean, still, you know, I like stories of good hunts, so I was just curious if
Then
you
go to a
guys-
bard.
Alright, Layla, what, just level me, did you or did you not hunt this thing?
You will need to leave. He is sobering up. He's better now, but if he knows you are here, another fight will break out. It will be worse.
Fine. It's not like having the pelt to do us any different anyways.
Does he have no sense to talk?
No. He does not.
Disappointing.
But if a challenge is issued, he would take it from his land.
Whoa, Mira.
Mira. See, Narkushan looks over her shoulder, looks like towards like the main camp, the tent, looks back to you. Do not throw your life away so easily.
Yeah, we are not ready for that.
You know, we should just find it ourselves then. If they didn't hunt it and didn't kill it, and don't want to get the glory of saying that they hunted it and killed it,
I
then we
don't
should do
think
it,
this one
right?
cares about that. This one is
Well, that's the
different
shame.
from
Because they're
most.
Bardestian, right?
This one is most.
That's what they are known for.
He's
Right.
actually more of like a slave of theirs, but whatever.
I am not a slave. I am blessed. I am a chosen.
That's
You should
right.
go now.
Yep. Let's go, guys.
Okay, well, there are no monster hunters then. No, it's fine. Not like me, anyway.
Ugh.
And I just flip my hair and I'm like, okay, bye. I'll go find it myself and kill it and bring it back and show you.
Well, maybe. Do we know
I'm
her
joking.
name? Do we know her name?
Yeah, you heard Narkushan
Okay.
a lot in that fight. You heard most of
Okay.
their names.
Okay. Well, Narkushan, if you'd like to talk maybe away, you know where we are.
I have no need to speak to any of you.
That's fine.
I got nothing. So.
Didn't know Bardestians were cowards. It's a shame.
Give me a persuasion check if that's what you're going for.
I am going for that.
I'd say with advantage.
You said persuasion?
Yep.
Can I do it as an intimidation instead?
Close enough. Sure, I'll allow it.
Yay!
That's slightly better number. Ooh.
23.
Real good. Ooh, 19 on the die.
As you say that and begin to move away,
Just flip my hair. Fabulously.
Fine. Suit yourselves. Maybe he'll be up to talk today. Like he never has been before. But don't you dare spit on the name Bardest. She steps aside and kind of like gives Medea this like hard glance. As she steps aside, Medea,
Mm-hmm.
what's your passive perception?
I believe she
18.
is the highest. Yeah.
18.
18.
I'm gonna have to pull Medea to another chapter.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
All right.
Woo!
I need to use my note.
Right. There goes the webcams. I need a setup for when people get pulled out.
Yeah.
The webcams just go whenever that has to happen. Please hold on one moment, lad. They will get restored once they are back from their one-on-one talk.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Welcome back.
As you guys step forward, if you guys are heading to the center of camp, I'm gonna put us on the map.
Mhm.
Damn.
Step away.
Honestly, don't want to fight.
No. There's Megan.
No cams. Vlad OS MP says. Also, everyone was a DM for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Everything
That's
gets
funny.
moved around when that happens.
Yeah. Okay. As you guys step forward into the central portion of the Bardestian camp, you can see with your arrival, there are a number of fur-clad individuals who have just kind of been either in the process of gathering supplies or preparing meals, all kind of stop and stare as you guys approach. Like they all very confused at these newcomers entering into the center of the camp, where you can see the most ornate and beautiful of the trophies are gathered here in the camp. The individuals you guys have fought the day before step out of their tents, and the two lounging blue and yellow Dracotors that are kind of just like resting on the ground immediately stand up and grab at their weapons as Narkushan kind of steps aside and like looks to you all with this hard glare of, you wanted this.
No, Medea's the one who kept antagonizing. Jill was willing to go for Peria's sake.
As you guys step up to the middle section where there's this large raging bonfire, you can clearly now see the large pelt off to the right-hand side. And
yeah, Keel looked at the researcher. Is that it?
Yes, I'm fairly certain.
Okay, good. We can leave.
Yes, I think that would be best. As you guys go to leave, Narkushan steps in the path.
Really?
Look, we just want to know if you destroyed this thing. We just want to know.
Keeper!
We're looking for it, so.
You have guests.
Really, Medea? You had to antagonize?
I did not antagonize.
Yeah,
Stepping out of the main tent, one of the four arms holding open one of the flaps, another of the arms kind of like rubbing the temple. Ugh. Shut up already! Way too damn early. What kind of guests could I possibly have? As large Trox figure, insectoid, dark plate mail, basically natural armor up his arms and back over his eyes, looks to you across the fire. Oh, I get it. You didn't get enough yesterday.
No. Were you wondering?
We were actually admiring your kill.
Which one? Got a good few.
I'll gesture
Gestures
to
up.
the blue.
He's currently gesturing up at like the dragon skulls, but then
Big
like
one.
as you point over, he's like,
This one.
well, that? We just put this up because it's unique. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it didn't put up much of a fight.
Oh.
Jiro, like, is step towards the researcher, just hold a hand out, like, I know. Too dumb.
I understand.
Doesn't look like it has two heads, though.
Well,
Did it have
that's
two heads?
yeah, it absolutely does.
Okay.
That's just
Okay,
the limits of
It's just
incarnate.
Yeah.
okay.
Limits of incarnate.
Question, Mike.
Yes.
It's probably a history check. What would be the proper Bardesian way, except for offering up yourself, to apologize?
The proper Bardestian apology. Yeah, give me a history check to see if you know.
Probably to get something to kill it and bring it to them.
7?
Simple.
I don't know. Probably just like bowing or some shit.
God,
you know?
I'm gonna. God, is it worth? Is it worth? It's not worth Aura.
If you have inspiration, I don't know.
They have inspiration, so I use it for him.
Sure. You
Great.
can use your inspiration for it.
I appreciate that. Much better.
Higher. A
21
lot higher.
Much better. Not sure where you picked it up, really. You're on the job. There's 1,000 different places. This is one of those little things, little
Sure.
cultural, just things you've learned somewhere. You feel like the proper way to apologize, to mean it sincerely, you do know that it would mean a lot more if you offered something to them, whether it be a trophy, a person, a weapon, something of great value to you to show you're actually apologizing. But in lieu of that, if you wanted to show the next best way to apologize, to show that you are truly sorry, it would be to basically go to your knees, put your head to the ground, and palms up, a total vulnerable position. This is the most vulnerable way to show you mean no harm. It's also usually seen in Bardestian society as highly humiliating and groveling, and you're basically sacrificing any respect they have for you for the chance at living. It's usually done by people who realize they're about to die.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nope. That is not in Medea's way.
Well, I have something else that could be, we'll see.
All right, well,
But Vex like comes over to the pelt and just kind of like tugs it once with one of his arms, like, yeah, one of our scouting parties, dumb bastards, didn't bring enough rations, and this thing shows up apparently asking if they can help guide them across the desert back home. I don't know. They lucked out, I guess, because it was real fucking docile. Didn't even fight back, I was told. But beautiful pelt. I mean, I think I'm gonna turn this into a scarf or something. I don't know. Just gotta let it dry out more.
Did it have any friends?
Now that we can find, but we're hoping we can find maybe a litter and bring one back home to show to the claim keeper, and maybe she'll forgive me. Claim chieftain.
I would suppose you're willing to sell the pelt?
To you? Fuck no. Oh man, after yesterday. No, I don't want to sell you anything. All I want to do is rip you limb from limb, but... You want to hear about this one? We're going to go over to the giant skull over the tent.
Yep, totally do.
Oh, okay. Well, this one was named Kilgara. She was a big dragon. She's probably one of my best kills. Of course, also one of the signs of my greatest failures. It's like reaches up and swats the nose of it. Small chunk of bone goes flaking off. I've been looking for this one's little bitch for some time now.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll just add it to the collection one day.
I am sure.
Anyways.
You will.
Oh, I'm in a lot better mood all of a sudden. Anyone else want to hear about all my other kills?
I can't.
And you see, like, you hear behind you, like, Narkashan, like...
Here we go again.
Yeah.
You know, I can totally appreciate a good, dragon fighting. Me and Medea, we killed one, just the two of us.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
No, we did.
Where? What kind? Color? Age? Nature?
What was it, Mike?
You guys fought a artificial frost dragon. It was basically a giant amalgamation of ice in the shape of a dragon.
So it's not a real dragon.
I really don't know any of that stuff. We just killed it.
Yeah, sure. Probably looked like a dragon, but I would be surprised because I've killed every fucking dragon out there. Except for the few that she allows to keep as pets, which I still think is ridiculous.
I totally killed a dragon.
Too.
It was a flame frost dragon in another dimension.
Oh yeah, You hear all of them kind of like laugh at that. In another dimension, right?
It was an Aria.
Ooh, like a collective ooh, Naria. Yeah, I'm sure you did, little girl. I'm sure you did.
Another dimension, wasn't it, Q?
What?
It was kind of in another dimension, wasn't it, Q?
Yes, it was in another dimension.
It was, but do you think they are really going to believe you?
No, they don't. Well, that's fine. Beautiful, beautiful pelts.
So, you came here to just look at trophies? You didn't want a rematch?
No.
That's boring.
No, we are not here to fight you, Vex.
We don't want to cause trouble, apparently.
I
As I look kind of upset about it too.
We wanted to see your trophies. We had heard many good things about them. It apparently spreads throughout the town, even to the locals.
Really?
And yes, and I wanted to apologize, and I'll kind of step forward. I wanted to apologize to you for the actions that happened yesterday. And I will reach into my pouch and pull out the necklace of werewolf fangs that I have.
Ooh.
And I would like to give you a gift as a token of my apology. It is not as good as any of these, but I hope it takes to your liking.
He looks over to this one over here. Torum, take a look. This guy hobbles
And
up.
I'll kind of step towards them slightly.
I'm
Sure.
following my sister.
Mhm.
I'm
No.
staying behind her.
This like grizzled, scarred, human-looking person just kind of comes up and grabs it out of your hand, pulls it up. Lycanthrope. Good quality. Bring it over. Comes over, hands it over, snatches it out, looks him over. Apology accepted. I didn't know you were so familiar with our ways. I thought all you Sun Dune, whatever you call yourselves, were, I don't know, too good for us.
Not all of these sun dunes are stuck here. Some of us get around in the world.
He's never heard of the Lowland Frontal Assault.
No, he probably hasn't. Don't bring
No, he
it up.
hasn't.
All right, I'm in a good mood. I like bragging and I like new gifts. Get out while I don't give a shit.
Great.
Alright.
Let's see, Nakushan steps aside. And Vosi does not think twice. He just goes.
Yep. You will pull Perry along.
Imuris will step forward.
Oh.
She was like, hold on.
He's like, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
What are you doing?
My friend's dead. Gonna get it. Like,
His
ooh.
name was Menensis.
Oh no.
You see Vex, like, looking up at the necklace, like, turns back. I'm sorry, what? Menensis? The creature over there you have hanging up for display. The one who tried to help your men get back to town. The one who acted out of selflessness and care. He had a name. There's like a moment of silence, and then they all begin to uproariously laugh. And Vex is like doubled over, holding like his chest. Oh, and
I know you're upset. Let's just go. You can talk about it later.
Just werewolf teeth.
and his feathers kind of like ruffle a bit, and he walks away. And you hear like as he's walking away, you guys are leaving. You hear like still some people carrying and laughing. Menensis, Menensis. Just like total mockery throughout the camp as you guys take your leave of what would have been an all-out brawl with Bardestians.
Alright, let me
We'll
delete
come back
those
tomorrow.
things I got from back then. No more necklace.
That probably was the thing that did it, honestly, is giving up a pretty, actually nice gift.
It's of a beast. It's kind of like their thing.
No, that is 100% what they want. That's like it. That was a nice gift.
Now, if we run
Good one.
into him on the street, he won't outright attack us, probably.
Maybe.
So as you guys walk out of the Bardessian camp, Imuris kind of like
So,
separates from you
stealing?
guys a little bit and is looking very down, obviously. They're very
Mhm.
downtrodden.
Mhm.
I don't understand. I how could people be that cruel?
Their
You'd be
people,
surprised.
their people are
mean-
very different. Is it possible that that is not actually his? Is it possible he has some way to...
I didn't know him to have. He never mated. He never had a brood. He was.
I'm more so saying that he tricked them. Perhaps it wasn't actually him they killed.
I don't know. Maybe.
Once Peria has the time to rest, she can try messaging him, and we'll see.
Did Menensis speak of like a Kieran or other celestial
I mean,
beast
probably.
friend?
You're
I
probably
hate
glad.
calling them
Yeah.
beasts. Feels very demeaning. But did he speak of a mentor or a father figure of any time when you interacted?
Imuris thinks for a moment. Well, he never spoke of anyone necessarily, but could be Alarin.
As in, like, the Alarin Dunes?
Well, yes, the Desert Phoenix.
What?
Oh. We,
What?
is Alarin around?
I
Like,
sorry, you're
present.
sorry. I wasn't sure what you knew. I'm, as I said, I'm a researcher of archaeology and geology. There's ruins outside of town that I've been studying for some time. The texts there indicate that there was once a temple to a creature known as Alarin, the Desert Phoenix. It is what the name of the desert was from. Alarin hasn't existed for, I don't know, centuries, if ever at all. But Menensis would often they would how do I put it, hang around at the ruins. That's where I would find them. That's where I would meet Menensis. The ruins.
Oh, the ruins might be the best place to investigate.
Sounds it.
Really?
In fact,
There's not really much there.
The ruins.
yes,
yeah.
but
Right.
me and my sister used to take people through the desert all the time, and it was never that uncovered. It just seems in recent time it has come more visible.
Yes. I've actually been working on something from the ruins in recent time. Just some texts, but it's there's no entrance to them per se. But if you think it would help, I can take you there.
I think. Well, hold on, real quick. Mira said out loud in this barrage that she saw them lose feathers when bringing people back to life.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure I heard that correctly.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I see where you're going with this.
Have you had any, like... I don't know how to phrase this without sounding crazy, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
I mean, you've said crazier
okay.
things before, Barry.
It's fair. But have you had any sort of connection at these ruins? Have you felt like maybe...
Well, You know, I always felt like they could speak to me. Like the texts sort of just come to life when I research them. I ever since I was a young boy, I've always wanted to uncover the secrets hidden within, and I don't know. I don't think it sounds crazy at all. Have you ever found a passion that you find brings things to life around you?
Yes.
That's what this is for me. I feel like there's some great secret there to uncover, and I feel like I'm missing your point, actually.
I think you might have found it.
Okay.
You're a researcher. You know what phoenixes are known for, right?
Yes, I am aware of the nature of a phoenix.
I've come into contact with a phoenix feather before.
That's incredibly rare. I've never seen something of that sort.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was wild. Let's just say it did a lot of great things for me. But you, I think, have been losing feathers to bring people back.
Are you saying?
Well, no. I've been using Revivify, and these must have been lost in the fight.
Actually, now that you mention it, Peria, I was coming too. Some of his feathers went poof.
Are you saying he's a phoenix?
What are we talking about now?
Do you know who your parents are?
That's an odd question.
Do you?
Well, surely, yes. My mother was a I
Yes.
believe she was a professor.
He believes.
You believe?
And my father was. You guys-
What?
just
What do you
want to
mean
say-
you believe?
I mean, it's been some time. They've been
Wow.
away.
How long? Your kind typically doesn't live that.
I don't. What are we talking about again?
Let's go to those ruins.
Let's go
Yeah,
to
let's
the
do
ruins.
that.
Yeah.
Let's go to the
The
Okay.
ruins, the ones you really like. Let's go.
Yes. Oh, the ruins. I would love to show you the ruins. It's my life's work. And he just begins to kind of go back into the whole
Yup.
speech.
Can we be like, what the fudge?
What the hell? is that?
You
What's up with
think
that?
already?
What's up with that?
So,
Hmm.
as you guys move you back to the world map.
Yeah.
So you guys head right over there.
Hold.
Okay.
I have money and arrows to buy.
Oh my god.
Alright. I am going to keep you on
I am going to
supervision.
switch the music up a little bit just for
I'm sorry, Megan.
your sake.
I should not have let me able to keep all the money, all the money, all the money. Shit's going to get expensive. Get expensive.
Okay. So,
Aye.
still in town. I'll just leave it on this map for now, but still in town.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What would you like to buy, Mira?
I'm
from
going to be
market?
supervising her and saying, no,
I
that's
mean,
too expensive.
so to summarize, aside from
Yes.
the ones that I can buy off the list, because I can just do that with my money and
You can just
retroactive
do
while
that.
we
Yes,
go.
absolutely.
Is there anything special?
Let me check my.
Anything special? The Alaran Oasis.
Well, there are actually a couple of things right off the top of my head that I know they have. They have signal arrows, which do nothing in combat, nothing damage-wise, but they have like a fuse you can trim down, and basically it's a flare in arrow form they use for the specifically for signaling in the desert when needing assistance. They shoot up about 100 feet into the air and then ignite with like a red phosphorus, and they just basically give off a
Alert.
signal of where you are. Yeah.
Okay. How
Those
much?
you can buy about
Oh.
10 of those for like 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
Those are nice. Get at
You
least
said
10 of those.
10 for 5.
10 for 5 gold
Mhm.
pieces. Yep.
I'll buy.
They do nothing for combat. The phosphorus that like burns doesn't burn hot enough to deal damage necessarily. It's more just for light and color.
Okay. I will buy.
We'll save our ass some other time
Emergency
in this campaign.
fire
I
arrow,
guarantee it.
Emergency.
And let me see.
Flare.
Utility.
Arrows. I'm gonna buy 20 for 10.
Sure.
Don't do that. It's too bad. You only need
Yes,
10.
yes, she does have an arrow obsession. Very much.
Yes, she
so.
does have an arrow obsession.
Yes. Maybe I should like bring up a picture and enlarge.
I am going to roll a d30 to see if they have anything special.
Anything special? 20. Decent.
You are in luck. They have
Oh, great. Really expensive thing coming in. Yep.
one
One.
wildfire arrow.
Oh, we can restock one. Ooh.
Yes.
What did that do
let me-
again?
I was down to one. Those are the ones that I shoot off. I can hold them in place.
Yeah.
But, like, the scenario for holding it in place is very situational, generally.
It is, but otherwise it's basically just a fireball, even if you just
How-
shoot at base.
Yeah.
How much was it?
We
Let me
found the
pull
others.
that up. Yeah, you found the others. You haven't had to buy any of them yet.
We got them from Inaria.
In Aria's
Yeah.
loot, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
And no one used...
gonna
I
be
think
expensive.
Peria used one until we had an archer in the party.
Yes.
And then Peria was like, oh, look, someone who uses a bow.
Take it.
So, they are considered rare items.
Oh,
So
great.
individually, this one, considering your status in the town, this one you can nab for about 2,000 gold pieces.
Whoa. Jesus Christ, that's an expensive... I've been firing
Mhm.
2,000 gold piece arrows.
Rare item costs average at 5,000.
Jesus.
This is a very low end cost.
That's kind of... You already have one, right?
I can't afford that.
No.
Felix just gave you a bunch of money.
No.
Well, it's
Yeah.
also a arrow
Don't
that
enable her.
explodes into the radius and damage of a fireball.
It's...
If you
Scroll.
hold it, it goes even more powerfully.
Without holding it, it's actually 1 dice less than a fireball.
Yeah, it's a 4d8 fire plus an extra 2d8 per round, up to like what,
No.
10d8?
Something like that.
Chico.
That's a pretty powerful arrow.
Here, take the money.
Yay,
Ugh.
wildfire arrow. Up to 2, thank
Why do
you.
you enable her?
Party fun.
Peria.
I've
She's
rejected.
never going to get better.
The problem is, Medea.
Very useful.
Yes. When all this is over and this escorting's over, she's your problem. Get her off this.
When all this is over and the escorting is
Yeah.
done, I will be rich.
Yeah.
That's true.
Not for
He
long,
will.
because you're gonna spend it all in here.
You're not wrong.
He
Yeah,
will.
you sure will.
I'm not.
She's gonna
I'm the
start
responsible one.
I'm going to
an
start.
academy.
I'm going to start an
God.
arrow business, so I no longer have to buy them.
You might as well.
Mira's-
Until that day
Mira's
comes.
marvels.
Mira's Fletchery.
Sure. It doesn't have the nice ring to it.
I'll figure it out.
Mira's Marvel sounds better.
No, I can't.
See?
My sister suggested it. Can't have it now.
Mira's marvelous fletchery.
Maybe I'll work with that. That boy,
A keen.
But Avery,
Avery.
A
yes.
very.
the nice
Keen
sweet
eye.
boy, is the
I
sweet
don't
boy.
know. All right. Well, that was nice. Are there any other special arrows, or is that it?
Are there any
that
more?
is-
Any money on
That
it?
is the only magical arrow available. You can buy
Okay.
otherwise resources for your special ones as you wish.
Oh.
Their normal arrows aplenty. But this town does not have any kind of personal enchanting services. It's pretty much anything that comes through on trade.
Okay.
Is there any wet stones?
I do want to
Not
Well,
like Avery's. Those are
Right.
unique to Avery.
Lizards.
You can get
Um,
normal whetstones.
I do want to see what kind of, because it might have increased with the Bardestians being here. I want to start looking into non-metal armors.
Okay. A non-metal armor. There are a number of leathers. leather armor, studded leather, hide armor. If you're looking for like a particular like enchanted non-metal armor, the only one you know of in Alarin that you probably could find would be the Sand Cloak of Shielding that you have seen elsewhere, but it is given to high-ranking Sun Dune escorts for their use in the deserts.
Okay.
It's not typically for sale.
Okay. Usually given.
It's a symbol of status.
Okay. In that case.
That being said, you did see Vex is wearing one. You're not sure how he got his.
A lot of money. Or maybe it was, I don't know. Maybe because they're working together or something.
Something like that.
Alright, so he totally didn't kill someone and take it.
Probably did that.
I don't think so.
Hard to say.
Yeah.
But
so you're done buying your very expensive arrow that you should not use unless it's very necessary.
I will,
right?
on the back end, spend the money to buy the other custom arrows. I don't want to hold the party up.
Okay.
I will bring up a
Custom
calculator
arrows.
and just buy on my end while we continue.
So,
While I watch with a stink eye
Yes. I'll just let you know how much I spent.
okay.
and scoff. And be
While
like,
in town, is there anything else anyone would like to accomplish before heading to the ruins? To the Alarin ruins. Okay.
No.
Then I will situate you guys on that map. One moment. I will also switch the music up since you guys are leaving town proper.
is there any anything to help against the heat?
There are a number of things help against heat. As far as magical in nature, harder to come by. Lots of loose clothes, lots of shawls, lots of water, tons of water for sale. Water's like at a premium here, honestly.
Gotcha.
There is not like a cooling cube, the opposite of your heating
not
cube.
like thermal
Not
cube.
here. Not
Okay.
here. Perhaps somewhere else.
Oh,
Alarin Oasis is not known for its enchanted goods, typically.
okay. Well, she'll
Um,
just get some desert clothes, I guess you would say.
Absolutely.
Keep
Very
going
very
on
loose,
this
very baggy, very light sheer material.
on
Something you
head.
can wrap around yourself for shade without really weighing yourself down too much. Yeah, you can absolutely grab something like that.
If I have winter clothes, I need desert clothes.
Absolutely. You guys have enough money, I'm not even gonna deduct it from you.
Dang it. I was swindled when I first came to town.
Oh, you 100% were.
No, I know. I knew I was swindled. Just saying.
So, as the party arrives at the ruins you guys passed on the way into the desert, the ruins that the twins have been to maybe once or twice, but back then it was just sand and rocks and stuff. Now there is larger structures that have been unearthed by countless years of excavation. As you guys arrive, Imuris kind of like, as soon as he steps up, he's like, I always do love coming back here. You can really feel the energy here. Welcome to my life's work.
Feel any energy?
Not at all. It's just a place.
You look like you're kind of home in a way.
Well, you know, when you spend so much time investing into something, it's hard not to feel a little bit like it's become your home.
Makes sense. Ooh, what are these markings over here? And I'm just gonna act very interested, like this stuff, like what are the markings on
be
them?
very careful. Some of these are very fragile. I've been trying to. No, you're fine. You're probably all right. I just haven't been trying to disturb the nature of things. These may have been arranged in a very specific reason. I mean, well, most of these look collapsed, honestly, but
Okay.
what's most fascinating is the interior of each of these buildings. It features some bizarre altar and what looks like pedestals, or I haven't really been able to discern the real reason for this, the nature of this chamber, what purpose it once served. But I
Like a
feel
big
like I'm
bird.
on the edge. What?
Looks like a big bird. It's
It
probably
does.
the phoenix.
Yes. Alarin, the desert phoenix. Yes,
Hmm.
of course.
800 gold pieces on additional
Okie
arrows.
Oh
dokie.
my god.
You do that.
My character just looks at it, looks back at the bird.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
at it, back
Paria.
at the bird.
As Emiris walks in further into that room temple,
Yeah.
I'll ask Avosi, can you detect magic?
I'm like 99% sure he can, but let me double check. Make absolutely sure before I say
There's
something.
definitely magics around here.
Yeah, I can detect magic.
Do you think you could keep it up while we're looking around these ruins?
It's up to 10 minutes per casting, so if we move a little quick, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, alright. I don't know. I got a weird hunch. Maybe I'm crazy, but
Okay.
But yeah.
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate
He's
it.
gonna he'll oh, I appreciate you too. Thank you. He's gonna cast detect magic. And begin to walk with you guys into this place. And you see, like, Emir's like, this is the only building here that has an internal chamber. The other 3 structures are altars open to the sky. I'm not sure if there is some significance to that. I wonder if perhaps this is where they may have interred their dead. The other 3 maybe were, I don't know, sites of celebration or ceremony. Honestly, it's all just so fascinating. I wish I had a bit more funding from the Chroniclers Guild, but this is about all I can really manage on my own these days. All the funding goes to the war effort and all that, Not that I really believe we should be doing any of that, but
You
oh well.
mentioned texts.
Oh, yes. There were texts that I found that I managed to decipher. They're in an ancient tongue known as first tongue or first speak. I don't remember. It took me years to decipher them. But they seem to point to. I believe it's some form of warning or instruction. I think it might be a report by one of the head priests here. It's mostly nothing. It's really just some instructions on how to guard the temple. But
Where did
it's
you
fascinating all
find
the
them?
same. Well, it was written on the it was
Guardian of the temple.
well, it these inscriptions on the wall, and the key points at the wall, there's no inscriptions on the wall. These must have been I think I compiled them together over years of various bits around the ruins, and I guess they just assembled a report. Well, it doesn't seem right. Maybe I have to look over my notes again.
Not to be rude, how old are you, Emiris?
Well, that is a bit rude. But
It's kind of
I'm-
don't ask about that, but okay.
well, I'm for my kind, I might be a bit on the older side. I'm 35. 50, when did the Holy Land fall? That was like
Roughly
4
around.
years ago, right?
No.
No.
It was like what
Um,
was it? Like 20?
19.
I was like 20
19,
years ago.
20
Oh, yeah, 20,
years
20.
ago?
20?
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, then you carry the 2.
Carry the 2. What do you mean carry the 2?
The years just go by so quickly. I don't really keep track of the exact number anymore. I feel youthful and spriteful.
You look it.
Well, thank you.
How did you meet Menesis again?
Menensis. Oh, Menensis. I was traveling through the desert, and I had become a bit lost, you see, and Menensis.
Did you meet here?
Well, no. Of course, I didn't meet here. I wouldn't have been a researcher at that. But no,
Why were you?
we were.
Did you meet at the Oasis?
Here. What oasis? Which oasis? There was an
The one we
oasis?
just came from?
Right, yes, of course. We met at the oasis. That makes perfect sense.
Hmm.
But
They're
nobody
all-
there has ever actually seen him.
Well, he's very secretive, of course. And
Mm.
well, he
But
was very
But you
secretive.
said you meet with him often. You would meet here.
Did I?
Uh-huh.
Yes, that must be true. He liked to hear me talk about the ruins and the meaning I thought that this place had. Did I mention? I believe this is where they interred their dead, and then the other three are open to the air, and I believe they were for ceremonies or rituals, or perhaps
Right.
for weddings.
Michael.
Yes.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah. By all means.
May I guide myself for
Sure.
this?
Speaking of, Avosi is kind of coming up and is like scanning the area and kind of like goes psst, to like to Paria.
Uh-huh.
There's something here.
Okay.
Something I think transmutive, maybe enchantment. It's hard to
Uh-huh.
tell. It's over this whole thing.
Little
here.
enchantment. I'm feeling the enchantment.
20. What are you trying to determine here?
All right. Well, my gut for that Arcana was from a modified memory perspective on him and the fact that he starts to say something and
And then
says,
he-
"No, I forget something else," and then just goes back into this loop of repeating information.
You don't feel like a spell is being cast on him actively, but you
Right.
do get a sense that there is some passive effect here.
Uh-huh.
Like something blocking memory.
Actual memories, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Alright.
is this your favorite room of the whole place?
Well, it's the only room I'm aware of. The other three are open to the air.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe they're used for ceremonies or weddings or maybe some sort of rituals of some kind. This one is the one I believe they interred their dead in.
Rosie, what'd you say?
This like altar thing here. It's got some, I want to say like transmutive magic, and then there's like enchantment, kind of in the area of Birdman, and then these
What about the sun?
pedestal sun things.
Yeah.
They've got a little bit of transmutation as well on them. There's definitely something here. Kind of hard to tell what we're supposed to do though. Also, he's kind of sounding really crazy. Is he gonna like kill us?
I don't
Or
think so. I think he's really, really old.
oh, he's senile, right? Makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
What
Well,
about
wait.
what about the center of the bird? It almost looks like something should happen there.
Yes, I've thought that as well. I feel like, and it's like he steps up. I feel like once something is maybe placed on or used with these suns, there must be some purpose. Maybe this is where relics were held, or maybe I dare to say perhaps the people who worshipped this phoenix were more gruesome, and maybe this is where sacrifices were made. I really hope not, but the phoenix does symbolize rebirth. It's possible.
But what do you
I've-
think should go there?
Yeah.
Well,
What's your gut say?
Yeah.
You look very nice there.
see, like he begins like look at them
I'll walk up and guide him.
with guidance.
I'm just gonna look at these sun things if they have any inscriptions on them that I could read. Probably not, but
Give me a investigation check.
Okay.
It's a pretty good roll.
thing is, all y'all are doing that. My investigation's ass, but yep, it's butt. Yep, yep. Nothing by me. I'm used to swinging things and hitting things.
As he's looking over, I believe this is where they held vigil. I don't know why. I just vigil. That sounds familiar. Maybe I read it in a note somewhere.
What do you think they placed on these pedestals? People?
No. They didn't place anything. These were No. They didn't place anything on these. These were meant for security. These were put here because of all the raiders, because of all of the bandits. These were put here because of everyone who began to loot the treasures of Alarin, began to see its gifts as owed to the people. These were put here.
Take a step back.
Right. Be sure the Northern Temple maintains full vigil to ward off evil. The Eastern Tower should hold vigil on the 2nd and 4th days to conserve their flame. Inform our southern outpost to avoid the vigil on the 1st and 5th days, as shadows move upon them. And our western fortress should hold vigil on the 3rd day alone to guide the wanderers home.
When he starts ranting off some crazy bullshit, Perry will take out her notebook and start writing it down.
Let me copy that all over to you guys.
Yeah, my character's just like, what is he rambling about?
No clue.
Thank you, now.
Vlad, you're
Put
such
it
a Luke
into
gremlin.
resources.
Yeah,
I get the archaeological blah blah blah. I get that, but that was weird. All right. All right, puzzles. Woo!
Yeah.
Puzzles with the crazy bed
I'm
man.
terrible at these.
Q,
Guys, take it away.
Q is going to speak in ancient Elkin of Peria, so we're thinking this guy's the Phoenix, right?
I'm gonna look back at what's his face and respond. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Alarin. Well, I'm not gonna say Alarin. I'm not gonna say that because that would probably translate. So I'm gonna just say, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Does he look like does his ears perk up, thinking that he understands it?
He's like, I'm sorry. Did you ask for me something?
Are there more towers? Or the
yes, there are the 3
places?
altars outside, open to the air. I believe they were used for ceremony or weddings of some sort. This one was used, I think, to inter the dead.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Is there one? Would you come with us outside? Let's take a look outside.
Of course.
We don't
Sure.
want to, ruin anything in this beautiful place.
Okay. I need a
Tell us where to
zoomed out
step and
view.
everything,
Yeah, by all means.
Okay, so I'm gonna. What's his face? Do you mind if I just start walking over? Would that be
No,
offensive?
please, by all means. If you're interested, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Please.
I'd love to go to this other temple that's waiting
sure.
over
Much
up
bigger
north.
than I thought.
Oh,
Good.
Oh, mother fudger!
You really do like
Um,
going around
yes,
the desert.
this is one of the ones that's more open to the air. The walls don't have a ceilinged roof. They you can see the sky, and I wonder if maybe it was intentional. Maybe this was used to gather water for when it rained. There were cisterns. You see, like over here, up the stairwell, there's this recessed area. I think maybe that's where water was meant to be gathered. And then this,
Water. Okay.
where
okay,
was
and
this for?
It's pointing. Is this pointing? Is this birdie pointing eastward?
It appears to be, yes.
Okay. I will be right back. I'll be right back. You ruminate on that thought.
Yes. What? Telling me more.
Right back. South.
Yes.
Yep.
I
West. Okay.
Well, you notice the sigil on the ground is inverted 90 degrees. It always fascinated me. I wondered if perhaps these different altars had different religious purposes. Like maybe one was used for ceremonies, and one was used for weddings, and one was maybe used for rituals of some sort.
Okay.
As you can see, they're open to the sky.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, I'm so out of breath. I am not used to running in sand. This is
Vosi's
awful.
It's
kinda
very
trying to keep
easy
up.
to do.
I don't know how you guys.
Yes,
It
course
is-
gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, all initials.
You said water was supposed to go in here. Is that an accurate
What?
statement? Then
Oh no, I was just my hypothesizing that perhaps the recessed area was used to gather rain.
Good hypothesis.
I wouldn't. No.
yeah.
But it would only explain the open air
Yeah.
ceiling.
I'm gonna walk over to this thing. Is this possible to walk where I'm at?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh god, I gotta zoom in because it's so big and
It is.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Alright. I would like
The
to
zoomies.
investigate this thingamaboob, and I'm gonna guide myself,
Sure.
and figure out what the hell we're supposed to put in here. Or twist it. I'm gonna try to twist it and, not lick it, but smell it and like
not
just
lick it.
Giving
investigate the shit out of it.
26.
Yeah.
Nice.
As you're coming up and like kind of like manhandling it, he's like, oh, big fan, be careful. I don't know how fragile these are. I don't want. And as you're doing this, I think like looking between this, like, you're looking at this one specifically.
Yes, and like
Okay.
that one, this one specifically.
That one specifically.
Because
Glancing
it's-
between the other ones in that one, you see there is like the top of these are concave. They're a little bit bowed in the middle, and this one has dark black marks on the bottom.
like
But the
soot.
others, yes, like but very like there's no soot because it's ancient. It would have
Sure.
been blown away.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the stone,
Fire.
the sandstone, is blackened beneath.
All right, whom can make fire?
Torches.
Because I can't.
Opposed, he's like, I can make fire, but not like,
Can you light?
Yeah, I
sticks?
You make a campfire.
Yeah, I could light sticks.
Okay.
Box, such.
Do we? Shoot. Is there any flammable material?
We have torches.
Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah, I
You
can.
do.
I
You
can.
do have torches.
I can light or snuff out a candle or a torch or small campfire.
Yeah,
Okay.
Q just pull out a torch.
No. Not there, Q. Put it in the other one, to your right.
Alright,
To your right.
fine.
No, your other right. That's fine. You stay here.
Okay, so
I'll
You
put
guys
one there,
ignite.
too.
a torch in each of
Yeah.
those.
All right, come on. Let's go, everyone. I have crazy theory.
You have theory.
turn-
Okay.
Great.
turn the
Um,
Because I have
corner.
no
should
idea
we
what's
should we
going
leave
on.
these burning here? I don't
Why
know
don't
if
you
that's gonna
watch it?
damage this.
Why don't you watch
Okay,
it, Mirrors? And if it gets crazy, just extinguish it. We trust you.
Sure.
I'll stay with him.
Okay. Should I come with or stay or?
Let's go.
Oh, you're feeling great.
Okay.
And then Q, let's put your torch in the one across from me. Across this one. Yeah. I'll put one here. In here.
I'm gonna stand here and kind of watch the Birdman, make
Mhm.
sure everything's
Alright.
Sure.
good.
As
Going
you watch
crazy.
Amurus, he's looking like a little bit frazzled. Like, wait, no, but we shouldn't be hold the vigil on the 1st and the 5th. And okay, and he's like muttering to himself completely.
All right, Q. Go ahead, put yours in the middle one, straight up.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll be here to make sure nothing bad happens to you.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
What
the
was that
torch
supposed to do?
in.
I don't know. I just have crazy ideas, guys. Or Q. I just do
What-
things.
Where's
Alright, come
the
on.
other one?
Let's go see.
I
Let's
don't-
see.
I
Anything
just-
I
happen?
don't
I'm
understand.
gonna
these
come up and
people.
look at these.
Western torches.
Do any of these 3 that don't have a torch in them have anything?
No, a little bit of sand, a little bit of like
Okay.
debris, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna basically what I'm doing. I'm just making sure he doesn't say anything else that's crazy that we haven't already
Sure.
heard.
Yeah.
Maybe I mixed it up, but let's go. God, why is running in sand so difficult?
You
It's
need
very
sand
tiring.
shoes.
Q, go to the first place that we were at and let me know if anything happened. I will message you.
Need water.
Oh,
Need our alchemy jug.
All right, to the north. Anything happened in the middle one to ward off this evil? Anything?
No,
Nope.
nothing's going on.
Okay, Q. Switch. Okay,
Does
switch.
anybody want me to run around? Because I can do
Alright.
that.
Get rid of. Move the torch, into only the middle one, and grab one of the torches, and go over to the one we were just at, the last one we were just at. So
Okay.
put one of the torches in the middle thingamajig,
Which one?
and then
Okay, so you move that one over there.
take the other
So
one,
I'll take this one.
and
Okay.
then go to the far one.
This
And then
is something weird here. I don't
put it-
understand.
In the the 2 o'clock and the 10 o'clock.
What's a 2 and a 10?
The 2 and the
O'clock.
10. No, there's just 24 hours. Right, yeah.
So
Okay,
there.
so put
There and there.
Maybe
Yeah.
Basically.
sundials.
Oh, that's not supposed to be there. And that one. Yep.
facing north.
Chris, with your meme, the
Yes,
that's me.
basically,
That's me.
100%.
That was me.
You're just
Anything happens.
Put this,
guy
and
with all
everything's
the-
connected.
Nothing seems to have changed.
oh my god.
Like,
Okay.
she was gonna bend down and try to like wipe the bottom of this one to see if like there's anything under the sand.
Nope, it seems to be like a solid stone pillar, and then this sun, which you now kind of realize might be like a brazier.
Hmm.
What is
It
Nothing.
seems to light them
Alright.
all.
All right. Well, go back to the middle one, the outside one.
I'm at that one. What do you need, Paria?
Can you bring the torches down to this one?
All right. I'll grab the torches.
I don't know. Maybe I
and-
got them real confused, but I feel like I was right the first time, and we're just missing something.
Aren't there supposed to be shadows or something? He's muttering about shadows.
Shadows? What do you mean? He's muttering about shadows. I'll walk out. What are
Remember how he
shadows?
said, no, how he said shadows move upon them? What's that
What do
about?
you-
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's so wonderful watching.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
You enjoying the entertainment?
I love it. I love it.
I need to look at it again. I need to read it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can
I
we
need
bring the two middle torches down to the southern place and put them in the exact spots that they are at?
Okay.
Like at the 9 and the 3 o'clock.
Sorry, which ones to which? What?
The ones that Mira are at, can we move
Yeah.
those torches down to this one in the same location?
Down to the.
The southernmost one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Does this-
Absolutely.
I think I have an idea.
Sure.
Anything?
No. All right. So,
Alright.
It has to be.
So we're going to put all of them in the one I am at. I need torches.
Okay. I'll grab the torches.
Okay.
I'll grab the one that's over here.
You
All
all
right.
grab the one she's got up
Then,
here.
Okay.
then the one
Here you go.
on the
Okay, I need to
left.
just delete these. Just
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put them over
myself. Okay.
Yeah. Let me
But-
just.
here. Maintain full vigil toward all
I
people.
need to just
Oh, that's a
delete
good
them
point.
all, and we'll just start over.
Okay.
This is wonderful.
All right.
Yeah. Amiris is still kind of like rambling up the other one, like, what the...
All right. The one on the left, the western one.
Which one? Point.
Only the top middle one. The one on the top, on the right, the east, should hold it.
Ay,
Only on the second and fourth, counting from the left
I hate the
being
ruins.
number one. And I have my directions right. I'm not crazy. I know what the compass looks like. Yes, okay.
I would hope so.
The one back in the building. Boy, should
Mhm.
have the second, third, and fourth ones.
What?
Uh-huh.
What? What?
The one.
Medea's gonna just.
Okay, so all right, so
Say it
Yeah.
again.
the one in the building, 2, 3, 4. So all but the first and last.
Okay.
The one that I'm at should
Why
be
3?
all of them. The eastern one, 2 and 4. The western the western one, only the middle.
So,
That's my
One quick-
contribution.
okay, let's try it. Let's
Aye.
just do it, and then I will.
Okay.
You
I think
guys
I
do
said
that.
that
Say
right.
nothing.
Let me like move my character so I can see.
Sure.
All right, so this is the western one. One. Yes, okay, so that one's how I want it.
Mm.
Then the eastern one
It took me so long to come up with a puzzle that I thought was fair, but actually hard.
And then, DM, move me through the wall onto the main one. It'll be quicker.
Through the wall.
Yeah.
No idea how.
Avoid the 1st and 5th day. That's my guess.
Oh,
Okay.
void. I missed the void.
Avoid.
That's what it was.
So,
Got you.
as you placed all the torches down in the
weird.
positions,
We should probably call
Here.
back Birdman.
Emira is still kind of rambling up in the distance.
Isn't there one that he has
There's
to
no
avoid?
change. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Damn it!
Take.
The
Okay.
rebels of a madman. I
That's
don't
fine.
know.
Okay, okay,
I don't
okay.
know why I even tried.
I have an
Oh,
idea
It's
too.
okay.
You're doing
It's
great,
okay.
Mira. Okay. My idea. Okay. Keep
She's
it.
thirsty. Go get the water break. It's okay.
Okay. So the one that
wonderful.
I'm currently at, the outdoor one in the
Yes.
middle, can we remove the torches from this position and that position?
Absolutely.
Okay.
My character's
And
gonna
then from this
look at some
one, facing east, can we move the torch here and add one here?
Sure.
And in the far right one, 3rd day, can we move one torch to the middle?
Sure.
And delete that one.
Okay.
And
It's
then,
not-
oh gosh, can you also move me through the wall?
Somehow
can
through
we-
space and time.
Can we add a torch here and add a torch there?
As the last torch enters the brazier,
Yes. Nothing happens.
they ignite into
Oh, good.
skyward flames, searing the top of the roof of the building you're in, and
Shit.
arcing up into the horizon on the other altars, and the
Okay.
central platforms move into stairwells that spiral
Oh, shit.
downward.
Hey,
All
there's,
four
Man,
at
okay.
once.
there's stairs over here.
There's stairs over here!
What do you mean? There are stairs over here.
Rambling
Oh,
Birdman, are
Where
you
did the stairs
okay?
come from?
No,
Mira.
no, Aperia did something.
Mira's
Okay.
like, Mira had great thoughts.
So what did I mess
It was
up?
it was a combination of Mira and
Yeah.
Peria. Mira caught the
At first,
all
I missed it.
but the 1st and 5th. but
Okay, I
Megan
see.
had the order right at first. It was just
I
messed
see
up.
where I
Totally
messed
missed
up.
the
Can you
first
make
one.
it not shadowy so we can see that what the order actually was? Because
like turn off dynamic lighting.
yeah,
Sure, I can do that for this map, no problem.
as long as there's nothing you need.
I
Nope.
see where I messed up now.
The
Okay.
birdies, the face,
Mhm.
their heads pointed the direction.
Yep.
I was
Oh.
thinking
Consider-
their
think of that.
physical
Okay.
location.
Physical.
No, because there was no northern temple then. There's a central southern. Yeah, that was the
Gotcha.
point. Because I thought about putting them in their cardinals. Nah, it's too easy.
Okay. Okay.
That
Good.
was wonderful. Very well done, guys.
We
Very well done.
did
But yes,
it.
as you guys put the last torch in, the flames ignite and go skyward, scorching the ceiling of the bottommost one, and the other three up into the air, and the stairs begin to recede into the ground, winding down all 4 points.
so what stairs do we take?
Well, let's go talk to our favorite researcher who's
Yes.
researching his lone life.
Mm-hmm.
We found stairs on all of them.
Yes. Wow.
Cool.
That's not at all what I expected. I really thought these were just like altars for ceremonies or weddings. Or,
Listen,
you know,
ruins
no, there's
always
something
have
else.
an underground. They always have an
Well,
underground.
I knew there was more underground perchance, but I thought I'd uncover it slowly, not through. For this one, that was remarkable.
They did it.
Okay.
Are
If
we
you had
getting
a
the gold?
choice of which one to go down first, what does your gut say?
Oh,
your
that's so
archaeological
tough.
standpoint.
Which one first? I don't. I want to explore them all, but
But I mean, walking up and just guiding him.
Well,
one more time.
obviously, when traveling northward, be sure to go in pairs, for one cannot hope to survive alone. And eastern journeys, one should be of studied mind. and sharp of wit, safely
Mm.
pass. And
Wow.
southern wanderers must be fleet of foot and quick of action to avoid the pitfalls of daily travels.
Pitfalls,
And the
okay.
western path is not tread lightly. One must be of hearty health and steady hand to face the dangers of that path.
That sounds good to me.
And really, how can one decide? It's only when all paths are walked at once can we see the journey's end.
Mm.
What
we
were we
have to
talking
take them
about?
all.
Mm.
So we have
Yeah.
to take them all simultaneously. Great.
Oh.
So I think, well, I mean, you two, looking at the twins, are
Could be that, ramble
super
over.
swift as hell.
I know.
Should not be walked alone.
Exactly. So I mean, I feel
I
like
have
you
copied it
guys-
into resources.
Oh, thank God.
I almost got it. Let me think. Pairs. Swift wanderers must be fleet of foot and quick to action to avoid the pitfalls of daily travel. Eastern and should be steady.
I mean, I think I fit the western path, but maybe that's cute. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's like these. It's like this was made especially for us, you know?
It was. It was.
There's only 5 paths, okay? There's only 4!
We have
And
a
there's
Vosi.
actually 6 of you, so actually there's 7 of you with the Muras. Actually, no, there's
There's 6.
6. There's 6 of you.
Well,
There's 6 of you.
okay. Well, I think Mira, you're the most fleet of foot and quick to action.
Sure.
No?
Mm.
My
Yes?
sister is just as well. But,
I like the pairs one, you know?
I think me and my sister should go to the northward.
North? Be
I
pairs?
think-
Okay.
If anyone's
Either
going
one
to...
applies to me because I'm amazing, but
But if
you know,
anyone is
yeah.
going to work best in a pair, I think it will be us.
That's fair. That's very fair. Okay, so
Yeah,
why don't you
it's
two
fair. We're the
head down
pair.
to the most southern, the one with the building? Because that was the
Hmm.
north one.
Yeah, that one's facing north.
I
Alright.
think Peria should take east.
Thanks. I appreciate that. But I feel like a Vosi would be really good at east as well.
I think Avosi would be good at east.
Yeah, sure. I don't really know what's going on necessarily, but I'll do it.
Okay? And
I'll go
then
ahead and move myself to...
Mm-hmm.
Q, you are of the heartiest of all healths.
She
Mhm.
really is,
I
though.
really think that you should go quest.
So the main
The-
building,
My
right?
character,
No, the furthest one to the
Right.
not yeah, the other this way.
What?
Full
Which
right side of the
one?
map.
Full right side, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm not fleet of foot, but maybe I'm quick to action. Oh
For
god.
some reason, I
What
can't move
about,
my character.
Menensis,
Okay.
no, not Menensis, Amuris.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to go with Avosi, or would you like to go with me?
It's the northern path that must go in pairs, but I suppose, well, why do you have to go in pairs for the northern path? What were we talking about?
Why don't you just come with me?
Sure, yes. This has been my life's dream to go down these tunnels, these I didn't even know existed.
I
This is
know, it's
incredible.
gonna be so exciting. Oh my god. We're gonna do
Sister, do you think we should
Yes.
take north then?
I think we are the best pair. Can you imagine one of us going with Q?
Well, no. Me and her get
That's what I was
along
gonna
very well.
suggest.
And I say I'm pretty hardy too, you know.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
no,
are.
that was gonna be a good switch.
Now,
Okay.
before we descend,
Mm-hmm.
how late can you do tonight?
I can do like 10, 15.
Okay. I would like to know the party's consensus. Do we want to wait to start the dungeon with a fresh session? Or do we want to potentially end in the middle of a puzzle?
How long does the DM think to give it justice it will
Considering roleplay,
Yeah, we do.
longer than an hour. But that's up to the party. If you guys would rather just go for it, we can do so.
I say
Well-
go now if there's a puzzle and that we have to end on. It gives us time to think about it.
And that's also kind of cheap, but hey.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
Just saying.
In fact, actually, thank you, AJ. You've just decided it for me. The fact that you guys could potentially wander the dungeon during the week by moving your characters through it.
We wouldn't
Yeah,
do that.
no, I'm not gonna let you do that. We will end this now, and we will pick up next week with the dungeon. Thank you, AJ, for your vote for I Can't Trust You.
Think on it.
Yeah, I know, but that's also literally your character having a week of thought time for something that's kind of supposed to be in the moment. Yeah, no. I would rather it be
these would
fresh.
be timed.
I mean, it's not necessarily timed. It's just
Next
if there's
week.
a puzzle that may have a detriment, having it be in the moment versus I have a week to think about it. Come on.
Yeah, I get that.
Yep.
I would like it to be fresh, and I would like to see your actual reactions to the dungeon I have created.
Fresh.
So, we shall pick up next week.
Okay.
Thank you guys for this wonderful session of a puzzle I've been looking forward to getting to for some time.
Hey Vlad, thanks for the
And
follow.
we will see what waits below in the Ilarin ruins.
Yes. And thank you,
Yay.
Vlad. Real quick, to say thank you, Vlad, for the follow and sticking around.
Vlad.
We did have
Vlad
somebody
away.
who was here for quite a while, so thank you. now I'll say it because now you don't feel
thank
pressure.
We had I did
even
not
notice.
realize we had a viewer. That is very nice. Thank you so much. I hope this was entertaining. I apologize we didn't get to any kind of juicy battles, but come back next week and you'll get to see a whole dungeon.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and send a raid out, and we will see you next week.
Yep.
I do some stuff during the week, but D&D is every
Saturday or
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes.
Usually
All
Sunday.
right.
Yeah.
Well, have a good night, guys. I'll see you later.
Yep.
Thank you.
Goodbye. All right, and now that all goes to crap because everybody left. Woo! All right, I'm just gonna go send the raid over to Admira as I come up here. Ugh. Goodbye. See you. I hope we kept you entertained. Raid out.